What up?
I need that sports encyclopedia. We ask Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut. Yeah.
Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran.
Darnell is the Ball State legend. I'm the Warren Central High School legend.
I'm proving with a reliable source, straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to Yost.
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
Better stay in your lane. Hop if
you are fucking insane. Dude, what? You just will not give this guy his flowers. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you must have thought I was a bitch.
I am him. Use not it. What's the topic? With your logic when I flow. Big Komodo, how it's talking.
Gotta get back to letting the baby cry a little bit to see if they can soothe themselves. That's a bar.
Issues get pressed so fast it don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
I identified him after his third fight and I said that guy should be a star.
I'm so proud of, the show, bro.
The gap, Smitty and Jason Brown.
Coach JB show.
What up? It is Truth Telling Thursday, and we are here to tell the truth right here every single day, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific, on YouTube, on X, on TikTok, if they don't suspend me. But it is Truth Telling Thursday. I want you to pound the like, subscribe, become a member, especially of our Discord, Slap Nation. Download the Discord app, find Slap Nation, and we are about to add our winnable picks of the day every single day in the Discord. We need you to become members of our Discord because our betting Discord, our betting picks, and all that is going up like crazy. We got 28 in Winnable already. I appreciate everybody. So pound the like, go on over to our Discord and follow us on Winnable, where we make all our betting picks. And we use Prize Picks, Bet Online exclusively on Winnable. And you can follow us for free right now on Winnable. Check us out. We got a loaded show today. Matt McChesney is going to make a special Thursday appearance today, along with our NFL quarterback extraordinaire, ex-NFL quarterback, Tampa Bay Buccaneer, Tulane Green Wave legend, Shaun King, joins us every single Thursday to talk shop. We're going to break down Jaden Daniels plus Caleb Williams, who really is number one. We're going to dive into that. Plus, Sweet 16 March Madness is back. We're going to break that down as well. I want to break this down real quick and make it make sense. We are what we do, not what we say we do. I just want to be clear before Big Smitty jumps in. We are what we do, not what we say we do. Draymond Green is at it again. I want to be clear. Professional athletes are not role models. Stop making them into something they are not. We look up to too many shitbirds as it is in society. Don't let athletes ooh and awe you into believing they are exempt from ridicule and criticism. They are not. Draymond is who he is, not what he says he is. I tell you this all the time. He wears the stripes that he wears for a reason. He is the ultimate team killer, an absolute shitbird. And the Golden State Warriors are a sinking ship with him. Cut bait now or forever hold your tongue. Don't want to hear it no more. Now let's get into the show. The Lakers played without AD with LeBron versus a Memphis team that has 0 NBA players and almost choked the game off. And I was ready to go ham on the Lakers and LeBron. If they were to lose without AD, it just proves my point from 2 days ago that AD makes that team go, not LeBron. Ooh, they struggle versus a bad Memphis team. The Dodgers, it's opening day today. My Doyers are in town, and shout out to Keynan Middleton. He got me some tickets, and I'll be going to opening day baseball game for the first time ever. Opening day, I'll be at Doyer Stadium. It's, I think, a 110 pitch, and I'll be there at Dodger Stadium for the first time. We'll be there and watching the game. The Dodgers, speaking of, continue to break the bank, signing their catcher Smith to a $140 million contract. It's crazy. They better win. And they got Keynan Middleton, St. Louis Cardinals today. Draymond Green ejected in the first 4 minutes. Again, this guy's a joke at this point. Can we all just agree? The Wizards and the Capitals out in Washington, D.C. are going to stay in Washington, D.C. Shout out to the DMV in D.C. They're going to get a new upgraded arena and stay put. Ice Cube offers Caitlin Clark $5 million, but she has yet to respond. He went on McAfee yesterday and broke it down. Joel Embiid returning before the playoffs, according to Nick Nurse. And P. Diddy's drug mule caught in Miami. But who is he? We're going to break down the former Syracuse basketball player. But the question is, did Jim Boeheim know about his behavior? We're going to dive into that. Plus, the bridge that was hit in Baltimore has an alarming video showing two birds just disappearing, similar to the Obama movie that was on Netflix. Birds acting crazy. We're going to dive into that. But before we begin, my wonderful self-esteemed co-host extraordinaire, Ball State legend, and Naptown's finest, the 317 Far East Side great, and AR5 defending, Lamar Jackson loving, LeBron hairline having, and Fox Sports very own. Welcome in, Big Smitty.
What's going on, JB? What's going on, chat, man? Your boy is feeling good. I'm feeling happy. The people say they love my smile, JB. It's like I got $1 million smile.
Mine too.
Let's both smile for 5 seconds. Don't say nothing. Just 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3. All right, man. There we go. There we go.
That's my smile, by the way. I don't smile. I don't smile. Everyone always say, "Why you don't smile?" I don't fucking smile.
No matter what, you don't smile.
Well, yeah, I don't smile. I'm on TikTok live right now, but I'm under warning. I have a sign that pops up on my shit that says, "You're under warning." I cannot DM. I can't send any messages on TikTok. I can't receive any. I'm on a warning. They said if I do anything else, I didn't even know. I have like 300 and some thousand followers on there. I don't know that. I don't go on there, so I don't even know. I only do the live, and that's really it. Bailey and us, we post our videos to it. Yeah. Felipe used to post on there. I don't even do it no more. And I don't know how I'm always suspended on there. That's crazy. But it is what it is.
You better start going live.
Yeah.
Before they take your account away and you lose 300,000 followers.
Yeah, I know.
That we need for the show.
Yeah, Smitty said it like emphatically. He said it for a reason like that. Hey, Keynan Middleton hooked us up. I'll be going to the Dodger game. You will not be, but I will be. I'm taking 3 AEs.
You only got 1.
I'm taking 3 AEs.
How you gonna take 3? You only got 1.
I'm taking 3 AEs. I'm a foursome.
You ain't real player like that. Though.
I think it's like a golfing outing. It's a foursome. I got a foursome going to the Dodger game today.
You ain't really player though, JB.
Playing golf.
You
might be playing with balls, but we're not playing golf.
real players can do that, but you ain't real players. Like your AEs can't even know each other because you ain't real player. Like if I was single, all my AEs would I would have AEs. I would have SDs or DSs, and they all would know each other.
I don't want them to know each other.
They all be cool though. Like it'd be like some polyamory type stuff. Everybody be friends. They know what it is.
Utah polygamous stuff. We got a lot going on here today, but before we get started on a loaded lineup, loaded show, Shaun King, our NFL analyst, will be joining us, quarterback guru. Big Man McChesney is going to jump in on a Thursday since he couldn't make it yesterday. He's going to jump in today and replace Steve Kim that came in yesterday for Matt. See how we do that? We rotate guys, we move guys around. Our everyday, daily guys are still finding a way to make it on, and then tomorrow is Free Game Friday. Jeff Nadu comes on in. We're going to talk about some winnable news. We're going to talk about a lot of things. But before we get started, let's start by giving us our quote of the day, brought to you by Bet Online. What up, man? The real Coach AB here for the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty. We got a proud new sponsor, of course, for the second part of the year, and that's Bet Online. Continue to be your number one source for all basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. March Madness is here. Join us every Monday and Friday with Jeff Nadu as we will pick them and up-to-minute odds, stats, and trends. You can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop to your mobile device. Head on over to BetOnline today. Become part of the team and remember to use promo code BELIEVE, B-L-E-A-V, for 50% off plus welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Peace. YouTube, subscribe today. We also have Winnable.
I'm placing some bets today.
Shout out to everybody on Winnable that came on over. We got about 30 people on Winnable on our free site right now. We're going to be going live, launching it live Monday. Right now, we're getting everybody going. I went 2-1 yesterday. The dang Denver Nuggets of all people got me.
What?
And I had a gut feeling because I knew Phoenix had lost to San Antonio the night before, and I usually go with my gut, like, they're gonna shock Denver, and I should have went with them. But I won the Laker game. I called the Laker money line. I called Houston to upset Thunder. They did that, and then the Nuggets drop an egg.
And you know what's crazy though? I think the Suns beat the Nuggets the last 2 times they played, if I'm not mistaken. The last one was real close. So the Suns, low key, that was dang near a bad bet. You should have talked to me before you made that bet, low key.
Yeah. What'd you do yesterday?
Man, I just went to work. You know what I mean? Hustled hard.
What was your bets yesterday?
I can't hear you. Can you say it again?
What was your bets like yesterday?
Your mic is messed up. But I'm going to bet today, y'all, man. I got some big-time bets coming through today.
Talking to me, and he talking about my bet. I went 2-1. Again, I'm like 12-5 over the last 3 days. I'm like on a little heater, a little bit quiet as kept.
But I bet smarter, not harder.
Yeah, you lost, though. So look it. Quote of the day, brought to you by Bet Online. People don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed.
That's
just
real.
The truth. People don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. That is real talk.
Let them have imagination, JB. Don't do that to them. Like,
I got a colder one. I got even a colder contrary to belief, dog.
Impossible.
Yeah, it isn't, because it's going to be, and you're going to be a guy that really feels this one.
Pause.
Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. We don't fall in love with a body, but rather with a soul. They just removed my live access on TikTok.
Like just now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I tell you, man, you probably should just not go live on TikTok, bro. It's probably...
what have I done?
But it's kind of like Draymond Green. Like, he can't really say anything because the refs are already coming. Like, he's already warned. They as soon as he come in.
That's crazy, dog. TikTok's fuck.
They don't like you. They don't like you.
Contrary to belief, we don't fall in love with a body, but rather with a soul. And when you fall in love with a soul, everything about that body becomes lovely. Huh?
I actually do like that a lot.
It's on the ticker. Because it's too deep for you.
I'm reading. I see it.
We don't fall in love with a body, but rather with a soul. This is Smitty. This is Smitty in his life.
Internal.
And when you fall in love with the soul, everything about that body becomes lovely. Probably why I've been single my whole life.
Because you're avoiding the soul because you're scared to get hurt. But it's a whole other conversation. I don't want to get too deep into it. But something along your life, you've been hurt. And it probably came from the side of a woman specifically. And because of that, you're putting a natural shield above that to protect your own heart and your own soul. So anytime you're about to fall in love with the woman's soul, you kind of take a step back and you purposely mess it up so you don't, get too deep. But I don't want to get too deep right now on this morning show. But that's a hell of a contrary to believe, because as I've gotten older, I've learned that the physical is good, of course. The physical is what initially like, grabs your attention. My smile, my muscles, my chest, my traps, But at some point you get older, looks change, looks alter, and that gets kind of shallow. I want to understand the inside of you. Pause. I want to understand the spirit. I want to understand your soul, your beliefs. I want somebody who really loves me for me, not because of my physical, for me.
I don't want to know the inside of you at all. I want to feel the inside of you around your couple orifices. I don't want to know the inside of your soul, though. I have no time for that. Poll question. If you are the Warriors, do you cut bait with Draymond Green now? That is the poll question. Drop it in the chat below. Smitty, let me start with you right out the gate before we get into the show. Do you cut Draymond Green now?
You don't cut him now, but this is his final days. These are Draymond Green's final days with the Golden State Warriors. If you saw Steph Curry's reaction, nah, this is different. This is different, bro. Look, me and you were pretty good at reading people, and I read Steph last night. And after Draymond got ejected, man, Steph was so frustrated. He was hurt. He was pissed. He was kind of sad to the point where he literally started coming to tears last night after Draymond got teed up and ejected, because it gets to a point when you know that someone is not going to change. When someone tells you who they are, believe them. When they show you who they are, believe them. And Steph has been battling mentally with this whole concept of being loyal to the people who helped him get to this point. Draymond, Clay, etc., the big three, and he knows that this is it, and that this big three is about to be split. He knows for a fact. In order for him to continue his legacy and have an opportunity to win another chip, he knows that he can no longer do that with Draymond Green next to him. Not because Draymond Green is not still a really good player and a great asset on the basketball court. The problem is, man, like his skills at this point of his career does not outweigh his immaturity on the court, and he cannot, no matter how hard he tries, he cannot stop being Dre. Like you said, like Draymond is Draymond. It's almost like you in a jokingly way, where like JB gonna talk some shit on this show. Now JB has cleaned up a lot. Before I came on the show, you go back listen to some old show. Listen now, he's cleaned up a lot. But then every now and then, somebody in the comments might say something crazy, and JB's gonna JB, and that's what it is. And like I'm okay with that, because that's who I know he is. I don't think Steph's okay with that with Draymond no more, because the good is not outweighing the bad anymore. The bad's outweighing the good, and they're fighting for a damn playoff spot. You can't get ejected right now when the Rockets are literally right there behind you, and every loss could mean you not being in the play-in. So that's where I'm at. I think, they finish the season off, whatever that means, and then they go ahead and find a new home for Draymond.
Yeah, I'm a little different thinker. I've been saying to cut him for a while. There's a reason why Steph acted the way he acted last night, because he already knew what you just said. So why would you continue to keep a dude that you should have cut before? See, this isn't the first time. Steph didn't just start crying because, again. No, come on, man. How many chances does a motherfucker get? I'm tired of hearing about this motherfucker. Like, let's just be real with it. And stop acting like you're the victim, Draymond. Like, this is the worst part. The audacity that you always are like, why me? Like, it's unbelievably hard to watch. And I lost respect for Steph Curry's monotone, real laid-back personality that all of us, I think, enjoy. And he's never done too much crazy shit. You never really see him bitching and moaning, which I've always liked. He's kind of got the old soul in that regard, like his dad did. But last night, the crying shit and all that, there's leaders that are born to lead, and then there's leaders that are massaged into being a leader. Steph is that guy. His daddy massaged him into being one. He's not a born one, because there's no way in the world that if you think this had been going on and this happened again with a Kobe Bryant-led team, with a Michael Jordan-led team, with the Larry Bird-led team, that's happening. There's no crying. I'm choking the fuck out of you. We got a major problem, dog. You are a shitbird. You have cancered up our team. We are trying to get in the play-in. I'm playing my ass off. 4 minutes into a game, you deflate the whole organization. 4 minutes in against a good Orlando team who I think had won 8 or 9 in a row. So there's no time to cry. I lost a lot of respect for Steph for that reason. You called me crazy or whatever, but I just wish Steph would have went over there and been. I want to see the guy that checks this motherfucker. Like,
yeah,
why are we?
That's not Steph though. Like Draymond's the enforcer on that team. He's the leader who does the checking. That's the problem. He is that guy. Steph has never been that guy. Why would you expect him to do that? Why would you lose respect on somebody who you know that's not who they are? That makes no sense.
Then don't cry.
I don't think he meant to cry, JB. Like crying is like a natural thing that happens sometimes.
What do you mean meant to cry?
Like he decides to cry. Like, I'm gonna cry right now. No, the shit happened. He was fucking emotional. He was pissed.
So cry, cussing his ass out. I want to see some shit. I want to see somebody check him. Who's gonna check the motherfucker? I'm just curious. The head coach don't. Kerr's scared of the motherfucker. He literally moved out the way when Draymond's walking off the court. I would have been grabbing that motherfucker.
The GM's gonna check him by cutting him or trading him. They can't cut him. They can't cut him because he's in the middle of $100 million contract.
Smitty, how many times has this happened, dog? This ain't the first fucking time. Why are we making excuses for this motherfucker? Not you. I'm just saying, why am I seeing nothing but excuses on the internet about this man?
Because JB, you gotta understand
this motherfucker, dog. When is enough, homie?
It's now because they're not winning.
Later,
they're not winning anymore. They had 4 rings, and you have came on the show multiple times and explained your opinion that you think Draymond was. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but at least one of the most important reasons why the Warriors have won, which I agree.
When he was a player.
Right, which I agree. So when he was
a player, dog.
But listen, so when he was doing all that shit, that's why they were keeping him. You gotta remember, they just won a ring 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
But that's what I'm saying. He hasn't been a player since then.
I'm saying 3 years ago, you just won a ring 3 years ago. Like, that's not a long time ago. So what I'm saying is
a long time ago in the league, man. When you're not winning after a couple of years, now you start. They're firing coaches after a year after winning.
You're right. After a couple years of not winning. So this is a couple years after not winning, which is why I'm telling you this is it. They're not going to cut him. First of all, you can't just cut him. You got to trade him because he's in a $100 million contract that doesn't end until 2026, 2027. He's a player option. So you can't just cut him, number one. Number two, it's the end of the season right now. You might as well finish the season off and then go from there.
You can suspend them and say you're done for the season. You absolutely can do that. Number one, he already missed 16 games. Missed 16
from suspension because they did.
Already missed 16 games. That was an NBA suspension. So I'm trying to figure out, like, when do you cut him? Like, addition by subtraction is a real thing, as we say on the show. Like, there is, dog. How does that team? So let's be real here. You've played on teams where you've had to deal with certain things that you aren't comfortable with, right? We've all had that.
Mm-hmm.
But not after 17 fucking occurrences. How can you go to practice today and look this motherfucker in the face and have a solid day of practice and thinking all things are good again? How can you coach this dude as the coach? How can you be around him as Steph Curry, as he just cried on national TV? How can you be around him as Clay, the rest of these young cats? He's a bad example for Kuminga. He's a bad fucking example for all those young, talented dudes that they have on that team. And you gotta cut bait now. Fuck trading them. Your season is done. Let's just keep it 100. Your season is basically a sinking ship right now. They have no shot. Go ahead and get in as the fucking play-in 10 seed guy, whatever you want to do. This is an imploding ship. We know it. Everybody knows it. Kerr knows it. And it's time to say, you know what? We're going to live or die by what we believe in, and that's not with playing with you. Like, there's no way you can have that dude come in your locker room today, dog.
This ain't college, though, JB. That's like
times.
If you was coaching college, I would agree with you. But this is NBA. It's big business, big money, big contract. You can't just, you're not about to just cut this guy right now.
Let him do whatever then.
No, finish the season off.
Talking about it.
It's the end of the season, JB, is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It's a handful of games left, and you might have just made the playoffs. So finish the season off and then move on, is what I'm saying. Like,
dog, this is the reason why you set the tone now for next year. You don't set the tone next year for now.
So you saying just give up the rest of the season now?
There ain't no giving up. I'm setting the tone. Players step up. We're going to see where you're made out of. Next year. You act like they're the 2 seed. These motherfuckers are.
That don't matter. The Miami Heat made the finals as like an 8th seed last or 7th seed. Was it last year?
They're a sinking ship though. Like this isn't a team that is thriving on a hot streak going into they just beat Miami and Orlando on the road, 2 big wins, and this is neglected by this. And Latrell, it doesn't matter about what Draymond is. You keep talking about what he is. He's not that no more. He's not the beat of their team no more. So stop acting as if Draymond Green is the beat of their team. Latrell is like shitbirds that talk shit. And I love that about him. But
I was a long time fan of Draymond too, because Draymond reminded me of myself in the sense of like he's an undersized cat, kind of had to find his own lane. You know what I'm saying? Like odds against him, Midwest guy. So there's a lot about Draymond that I like, but it got to a point where he's out of control now. That's the problem. That's why I've had to take a step back, because he's out of control. On the basketball court, he still helps Steph out tremendously because they have this natural like. They don't even have to communicate verbally, and they just have this timing down pat when it comes to knowing where Steph wants the ball at, when to pass to him, like this whole pick and pop situation they have going on where he makes Steph's job a lot easier. And you saw Steph kind of struggle last night. He only had 17 points, if I'm not mistaken. He made the big time dagger shot at the end, but part of that is because Draymond's not on the court. So Draymond still is a value add on the court from a defensive standpoint and a standpoint of their offense being able to run it a little easier, where Steph doesn't have to be the on ball guy as much.
Draymond has made zero fucking impact this season at all. He's been a distraction at anything. He's a distraction. What has Draymond Green done? Like, this is real talk. And I don't know, Latrell, you coach, dog. Like, I'm disappointed as you as a coach right now, Latrell. What has this man done for your team? You are a fucking 10 seed. Like, can we honestly be real here? You're not a 2. If it's a 2 seed in the NBA, yeah, I got to deal with this cancerous motherfucker. You're a 10th seed. It is a telltale sign this ain't the guy, bruh. So you're not only losing, now you're taking it in the ass from this motherfucker every day. You got to deal with him. Fuck out of here with that shit. You're a 10th seed, homie. You're not the goddamn 1. Come on, man. Cut bait. He's done. This is a 10 seed team sinking with a shitbird, ultimate shitbird on your team. He's no longer the shitbird enforcer that is a benefit to your roster. He's now the shitbird cancer that has you as a 10th seed because he's missed 16 games. So keep making it make sense for all you fucks that like him out here. Keep making keep defending him. Keep making excuses for him. The facts is, like Smitty says, facts, they're a 10th seed. He's a cancer, and he's missed 20 games. So go ahead and massage all that into why you keep him.
All I'm saying is keep him for the rest of the season. That's all I'm saying. It's not like it's August. It's the end of the season. Let's finish this thing out. Let's see if they can go on a run.
There's no reason to keep him around the roster, though. There's no reason to keep him. Like, seriously, there's no reason to keep him. Just to say you kept him?
No, like, I mean, again, there are basketball reasons, JB. Like, again, Draymond's stats have never wowed you. You have when you watch the actual games and seeing the scheme that they run, Draymond is a huge value add to their offensive scheme and being like that point forward, you know. And then on defense, he's always been their defensive leader. That's what he's always been. Even at his older age, he's still that defensive leader on the court. So when he's on the court, he still adds value. But in my opinion, all the extra stuff has kind of overshadowed and outweighed that point, the value that he's added. So I'm agreeing that they should move on, but finish the season out. It's just bad business. Like you're in the middle of he just signed a 4-year, $100 million contract that doesn't end until 2026, 2027, which he has a player option. It doesn't make sense to just suspend the rest of the year and just cut him and just look like they're not gonna put on Russell Wilson and just have all that dead cap money. It's different with basketball. You can have that money just sitting there like that. You only got 12 fucking spots on the entire team. You can't afford to have $100 million just down the drain. You got at least try to trade them. Like, come on now, you got to try to.
I don't have my personal opinion is my personal opinion. All you guys have your own. You need to send a message to that team going forward. This is the team. We're going to make decisions. We're going to change some things. We're not happy being a 9th seed. Last year, we were a play-in team. This year, we may not even get in. The common denominator is one guy. And now we got to get rid of that guy and get better talented guys around Steph if we're going to keep Steph. Because we can keep it real. Clay's probably gone. Draymond's gone. Like, if Clay's just, listen, I love Clay to death. I thought Clay was the heart and soul of that team because he played defense. He could get hot. He can fucking shoot you back in the game. That's no longer the Clay we grew up, or not grew up, we watched over the last 10 years. That's just not him.
I do think he's a good I think he's a good 6 man though. I mean, he did drop 25 the other night.
You don't need that
had
guy.
15 last night. You know, I think he's a good 6 man at this point.
But you don't need that 6 man no more. 6 man now, you need a young go-getter. You need a monk. You need a monk coming off Sacramento's bench. You need a young guy that can move, jump, you know, be flashy, like come off the bench and get a fast break dunk. Clay is, I love Clay to death, but he's no longer that guy. It is what it is. Unfortunately, we see it in the NFL. We see it in baseball. We see it in basketball. In all sports, people die out after major injuries. He's one of them. I mean, he completely is a shell of himself. So, like, it's time to move on. And if you're that guy, if you're the coach, you got to say, hey, it's time to move on. Let's go. Like, we got to show you this is what we're doing. And it is what it is, dog, because let's seriously. We sit here and talk about this all the time on the show. Y'all are always defending cats that are, what do we call it? Tanking for roster for draft picks. So why now are you defending a team that's a fucking 10th seed and you're okay with trying to play with this cancer, but you're okay with tanking in the NFL for rosters for fucking draft picks? Make it make sense, man. Cut this motherfucker. You're not making it to the NBA Finals. You're not getting out of the West. So basically, in essence, you're tanking. So just call it what it is. We talk about tanking in the NBA and the NFL every year. Coaches have been caught doing it. Now all of a sudden you're defending this motherfucker? Keep it real, man. Latrell, stop. Y'all are cool with tanking, but you're not cool with letting this shitbird go with 8 games left. There's 8 games left, Smitty, not 30. This is over. Set the tone, make a fucking stand. Tell your guys this is what it is. Draymond, thank you for your services. Dismissed. Like it is what it is. Cat Williams' his ass. Let's dive into this shit, Smitty. The Lakers played with LeBron without AD last night. I was going to go ham if the Lakers lost. They almost gave it up. I can't believe they allowed 136 points to Memphis or some shit. They have to outscore them.
124 to 136. Lakers won.
136, 124?
Yep.
They scored 136, my bad. Their younger guys are starting to ball. The ball's moving a little bit. I'm glad it moved last night from the night before when LeBron didn't play.
LeBron a triple-double, 23, 12, and 14. Rui though, like the young guy, 32 points, 10 rebounds. That's a big-time game.
Gonzaga product. The Lakers just scare me, dog. You don't know what team they are. They're balling right now. They're playing well right now.
But everything you just said about the Warriors, I mean, the Lakers is also with a 9 seed. So should they say F it and just they're not gonna win the championship? They should just go ahead and blow this thing up. Go ahead and cut AD. Go ahead and the Lakers. I'm saying the Lakers are a 9th seed right now. They're a 1 seed above, I think, the Warriors. So
yeah, but look at the two teams, Smitty.
Are they tanking?
But one's going forward. One's won 10 out of 13 games. The other one hasn't. One's on a high, one's not. Now the Warriors just won 2 in a row.
I'm about to say the Warriors won 2 in a row.
Well, they won 2 in a row on the road, but let's look at the last 15 games. The Lakers are a team that's hot, one of the hottest teams in NBA right now. So
I hear you.
Let's be honest. Look at the two teams, Smitty. You know enough basketball. Tell me who has a better shot at winning the title.
I'm gonna be real with you. Neither one of them teams are winning the title. But if you put a
But
gun in my
who's
head,
the better chance?
I know if you put a gun in my head and I have to answer, I'm saying the Lakers.
Of course, it's the Lakers. Anyone knows the Lakers have a better chance.
Yeah, but
You
they're
have LeBron.
but they're not winning though.
Thinks is the guy, so you're going to have a guy like him. You have AD if he gets hot and he's healthy, one of the best players in the NBA, and you get a streaky perimeter game. And if you get Prince and Vanderbilt back healthy, you get a perimeter edge defender in Vanderbilt, which they have not had in a long time. And now you start to shore up the perimeter. Their perimeter defense is horrific. They can't defend the guard play. So if they get Vanderbilt back, and if they ever get Vincent back, they will have another shooter and a defender on the perimeter, which they have not had all season. So if those guys come back, shit, the Lakers have a much higher peak than the Warriors do. So Are they beating Denver in 7? Probably not.
They're not.
At least the Lakers have. The Lakers have some of the people to do so.
Yeah, I hear you. They got a better chance, but they not though. But I hear you.
I'm not saying they are. I'm just telling you if
but between the two,
I'm taking the Lakers over the Warriors right now as to a team to advance. I'm not taking a team that's sinking ship. It's just I've never seen it happen in all my years that you're going to take a team into the playoffs and expect them to win after all the shit they're going through. Like,
being real about that, whoever's the 7th and 8th seed, they're both probably going down first round. Lakers' best choice, though, their best option is to make that 7th seed so they can play the Timberwolves because I like them better against the Timberwolves because they're young. But the way Anthony Edwards been playing, I know Karl Anthony Towns will be back. You got Gobert. I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't see neither. I see them having good series because LeBron is still a vet. He's still LeBron. He's still AD. But I ain't gonna lie. Regardless of whether it's 7th or 8th seed, I don't really see them winning either way. I think it's a wrap. I think the Warriors and Lakers, if they make the playoffs, they will be first round exits. I'm calling that right now on the show. And I'm a Lakers fan, but I got to keep it all the way.
I'm looking at the seeding, and I don't agree because the seeding is playing out to be a Lakers fucking favorite right now. What it's hurting is the Clippers. See, the Clippers could have been on the opposite side of Denver and had home court advantage the entire playoff and played Denver in the Western Conference Finals for the only time they had to leave. But now the Clippers have been playing so shitty that now you're possibly playing Denver in the second round. You're possibly playing the Lakers in a play-in at Staples with the Lakers colors on the court. Let that sink in.
Yeah, but a lot has to. Well, you said the Clippers.
Yeah,
a lot has to happen though, because as of right now, Clippers are the 4th seed as of right now. And
but look at the game. Look at the separation. Look where the Lakers are. They're 2 games from going all the way up to 5.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. No, it's
so
crazy.
Like this is a very, very. The West has been this way since the play-in's been added for the last 3 years. You're 2 games away from moving up 4 spots, and you got Houston that's won 10 in a row, I believe. They're on a heater. They're a dangerous team with some young go-getters. You got Sacramento who owns the Lakers, and Sabonis owns AD the last 4 times they've played. You have the Thunder, who's just dangerous. I don't know if they can win in a 7-game series versus the Lakers or the Nuggets or Clippers for that matter, but the Clippers better figure it out. The Clippers transferring over to them, they got a $400 million payroll. They have had Kawhi Leonard and Paul George healthy most of the whole season this year. There's been no excuses. Ty Lue, this has been his worst coaching job. We always praise Ty Lue, and we give him a lot of credit for what he's done. The Clippers and this job that he's done this year has been his worst job. And I think the Clippers are just what I say they are all the time. They're the Clippers. Like, I don't get why people.
You think it's his worst job, and as of right now, they're a 4th seed. I know we're projecting and saying they got to do this, that, and the third, but as of right now, today, in the current moment, they have 45 wins, and they are the 4th seed in the West. In the West,
team in the West since All-Star break. You can't do it, Smitty. Are they tanking or something I don't know about? Like, what? I don't understand. They are one of the worst teams in the West, other than the shithole teams, Utah. And I'm talking about they're one of the worst teams in the West since the All-Star break. Look at their record. Look what they've done the last 10 games alone.
The timing sucks because they won last night. I know it was close, but I don't care about close. A win is a win. You know, so the timing kind of sucks.
They lost 3 before that. Like, I don't know, they've actually gotten dominated the last 3 games. Like, they're just not playing well. They're a team that's spiraling out of control. They're the Clippers. I'm never going to pick the Clippers to do anything, and they fucked me 2 days ago. And that's who they are. I just don't. They're just the Clippers, and this team has no excuse. You've had a healthy Kawhi, healthy PG, and you've had all your parts, and you go get Harden. You got Westbrook off the bench. I mean, you got 4 fucking Hall of Famers over there, and this team has no excuses. And I love when I hear the excuses for a $450 million roster. I love when I hear the Dodgers have they had bad luck. No, they have the highest payroll. They've choked off more World Series than they have won. Like, stop making excuses for these high dollar teams and organizations. Like, the Clippers are who they are. The Chargers have been who they are for how long? There's these certain teams that just can't get out of the way. They have the richest owner in professional sports, Smitty. I can keep going on and on. They got a brand new stadium. They got a brand new arena. They got all this shit. Like, what are we making?
So what you saying right now, you saying the championship or bust is what you saying.
Fucking right. It's been that way for how long?
All right.
This is an organization, Smitty, that's yet to be in a finals. Not let less win one. They've never even been one. And we're still talking about the Clippers every year. Like, I'm fucking tired of hearing about the fucking Clippers. They are who they are. By the way, the Lakers have dominated them this year, finally, and during the regular season, which scares me because they probably lose to them in the playoffs. But that's just kind of how it works. But this team is just not put together right for some reason. And it's not always, like I say, addition by subtraction is a thing, so is subtraction by addition. That team just maybe does. Some teams have loaded rosters. We see it every year, Smitty. You see it in the NFL. You see it in baseball. They just don't win. Continuity wins in a game like basketball. Continuity, brotherhood in a locker room of 12, 13 guys, 5 on the court at once. The next 5 coming in off the bench have to be on the same accord with those 5. There's too much. The Clippers there's too many alter egos on that roster. I just don't see it happening. And I'd much rather be in the Lakers shoes than the Clippers right now. That's just being real. But
wow, you're really high on these Lakers, and we're both Lakers fans. But I'm just seeing it differently than you. I know they're playing decently well right now. They have a shot.
I know they have a shot. That's the thing I see with them, because they still have AD and LeBron at the end of the day. No other team has those two. No other team.
Only way they got a shot is if they make it to a top. They got to get out the play-in. I'm gonna be real with you. They got to get a top 6 seed. If they in the play-in, it's wraps. You just said it. You know good and damn well they not being the Nuggets. You know that for a fact. There's no way in hell.
Lakers ain't playing the Nuggets in a play-in?
We don't know that.
The Lakers can't play the Nuggets in a play-in?
Why can't they?
What are you talking about?
No. I'm saying, depending how the play-in goes, they can end up being an 8th seed and having to play the Nuggets in the first round. That's what I'm telling you.
That's not the play-in.
I know, JB. I'm saying I'm assuming they win the play-in. I'm assuming they get in. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
so when they get into the play-in, they're gonna be No, I'm not. If they get in the play-in,
they're a play-in, meaning 10 or 9. That's not what they are.
All right, let me explain it better. I apologize. If they get in the play-in, I'm projecting that they will win in the play-in and make a playoff spot, which means they'll be either a 7th seed or an 8th seed. If you're a 7th seed or 8th seed, you're playing either the Nuggets or the Timberwolves. I will put any money up you want me to put. There's no way in hell Lakers are beating either of those teams, especially the Nuggets. The Nuggets are definitely not beating them. The Timberwolves will give them a slight little slight little advantage because they're young and maybe there's some hope there. But the way them young boys is running and playing, Anthony Edwards is playing right now. Anthony Edwards looking like Bean right now. I don't know if you saw this highlight he had the other night with the triple threat. This motherfucker looking like Bean, the way he footwork and the skill. So I'm not worried about it. I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
I'm not worried about Minnesota whatsoever. Gobert's always hurt. Towns always hurt. If they don't have those two guys, they're done. So stop miss me.
Towns coming back. Towns coming back.
Edwards ain't leading that team, by the way. Look what he did last night. What do you have? 9 points with no Towns? With no Towns in the roster, he had 9 points. Come on, dog. Don't compare that dude to Bean ever again in your life. That's not the guy yet. I love Anthony Edwards. I love his whole.
I'm about to say, bro, you need to chill. That's like
I love his
mentality. Don't nitpicky. Anthony Edwards is a dog.
Look,
that's a fucking
I love his
dog.
mentality. I love his mindset. I think he is a dog, but you can't have 9 points without Towns.
And they beat the shot like the game like they won.
I get it.
It wasn't even close.
But my point in the long terms of things, if no Towns playing, this guy's not carrying that team into a playoff team or roster and beat the Lakers in 7. They're not. I'm not worried about Minnesota. There are 2 bigs who they rely on, who they traded a lot for to get Gobert, is not on the court together ever. I'm not worried about the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Lakers own them in the playoffs history, and I'm not worried about them at all. History still matters. So,
well, Cat is supposed to be back for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, supposed to be.
So
unless
something happens.
I'm worried, Smitty, about teams that have bigs that are special, like Towns, Embiid, and Philly, that are coming off injuries, going into the playoffs with my big, who's the ball goes in and out of every single play. Embiid, the skill set he has. Towns, when they work the Edwards and Towns game. Without that, I'm not worried about either one of those teams. And I'm scared that my big is coming off an injury after being laid off for so long, and now we're getting ready to gear up for playoffs. It scares me to death.
I'd be more nervous for Joel Embiid because he's literally their team. Like everything goes through him. That's not the same thing with Cat any longer.
Maxi's slowly becoming a dude.
No, for sure. I like Maxi a lot.
I mean, he's been a dude, but he's slowly becoming a guy that. See, I like Maxi taking over a game because of Harris on the wing. Harris has done a lot of good things. Oubre, if he gets hot, they got some pieces over there that I like. And in the East, it's a much different and easier path.
Right, that's true. So I like Maxi, but Maxi's been the clear number 2.
And look at the pecking order right now. The 76ers ain't going to play the Celtics unless they go, deep. The Bucks and the Heat are just not that team this year. Let's just be honest. But they're still going to be dogs in the playoffs. There's still going to be a word. Atlanta's better than I think people think, and they haven't had Trey all year for the most part. He's been missing for a long time. I don't know. The East is much easier. I'd rather be in the East right now than the West. But anyway, enough basketball talk. We got a lot going on. Take a break in about 5 minutes. Let's dive into this. Panthers signing Jadeveon Clowney to a 2-year, $24 million deal, and the Broncos signing Josh Reynolds. Clowney keeps getting paid, dog. I find it fascinating, to be honest. I think once you're in the good old boy network, you're in the good old boy network. That goes for coaches, players, and all people involved. He's in the good old boy network, meaning the NFL, meaning that once he's in there, it's hard to keep him out because he's already basically got a pension. They can't really get rid of him, or they're going to pay him anyway. I know for a fact that's how the league operates. They cut guys that are on their 2nd and 3rd year before pension year that are on the bubble, and then they keep guys that already have the pension to get the money out of them, right, to make it worth it. So,
but also Clowney had his best season last year of his career.
Yeah.
He finally got double-digit sacks. So if he was ever to get paid, this would be the year to actually get paid. So shout out to Clowney, man. Thinking about him, man, he's definitely underachieved based upon the hype he had coming out of college because of that one big-time play. But to his credit, though, I mean, he's been pretty consistent. He'll get you, 7 to 8 sacks every single year. Now, it's not Hall of Fame level, but 7 to 8 sacks, I think most teams will take that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a good defensive lineman. Then he finally got double digits last year. So it's like, damn, like you're actually a vet and older in your career, and you're still getting better and figuring it out or putting more effort, whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, I think that's a good addition to the Panthers. Having a young team, you want to get that defense beefed up. So Bryce has less to worry about on the offensive side. So I like it.
I actually like Josh Reynolds to Denver too. I like him. He's an explosive wideout. I think he's a guy that can take the ball, take the top off. He can catch it in the seam, in the crease, on skinnies in the slot versus backers and 2 high safeties. He can split the safeties. He can do different things that Sean Payton likes to run. I think he fits Sean Payton's team. I'm not going to say the Broncos yet because we don't know about their quarterback scenario and situation. Right. He fits Payton's offense, though, and that's what I see projecting Josh Reynolds to do good things there. The Dodgers and Major League Baseball's opening day is today, Smitty. It's baseball time. Will Smith for the Dodgers signed a 10-year, $140 million deal.
The Fresh Prince. Shout out.
Crazy the years they get, though. You never see that in a football, basketball. You're just 10 years.
They get like 10, 15. They get like they know they're going to be good to play for super long. It's crazy.
Yeah, 10 years is crazy. 140 million is not a lot in baseball, but for 10 years it's not. But he's a catcher. Unless you're like a pug or a fucking major catcher that's had great success, you're not getting that big money. But he's going to be behind the plate. They're going to bank that roster, that pitching staff is always going to be needed. And this is crazy stat line right here that Bailey found. Todd Helton, I remember he was the starter in Tennessee while Peyton Manning was a freshman. Who before Peyton took over, he played in the Major League Baseball. Kirk Gibson, who's hit the famous home run off Dennis Eckersley in the '88 World Series that I happened to be there and witness. Greatest sports moment I've ever seen. Kirk Gibson come out the dugout. Tommy Lasorda brings him up as an injured player and hits a home run. Jackie Robinson, Pasadena JUCO, a product right here in SoCal, played running back at UCLA, played baseball. Bo Jackson and Frank Thomas, of course. But a lot of guys played baseball, Smitty, that were football guys. I'm excited. Opening day, never been.
Man, like I mean, tell me, like, what's the plan? What time are you gonna leave? Like, are you gonna get there early enough to get
meeting. Right after this, you and I have a meeting.
Yeah.
We're gonna knock that out.
Maybe 15 minutes. That's gonna be quick.
Yeah, knock that out. I'm gonna go shower, change, and bounce, and I'm out.
Get there early. The traffic is insane. I used to live downtown, right around the corner from Dodger Stadium. I've been to a couple games. That traffic gets crazy early. Get there early. Get comfortable.
I gotta leave. You know where I'm at, so I gotta really.
Yeah, you live in hell. You far as hell.
Show, boom, and go. So I gotta get all that going on.
You excited, man? Are you going by yourself? You said you going with a couple AEs? You said 3 of them?
Yeah.
3 AEs. Are they gonna ride with you? Or they gonna drive separately?
We'll work on that. We already talked about the Draymond Green thing. He's done, ejected in 4 minutes. To me, it's just slapping the team's face. That's just what it is. Let's dive into this real quick. I want to dive into this because I'm going to dive into it later with Shaun King, but I wanted to dive into this right now. And that's the flash. I want to break something down before we show the play. Don't show the play yet, Bailey, but I want to say something about this clip that went viral yesterday of Joe Milton, the quarterback at Tennessee, kind of showed off for the gram yesterday in his pro day. That's what I call it. Someone is saying Joe Milton's the greatest raw talent of all time at the quarterback position. Last year, I heard that about AR5, who played 1 game. Here's the thing I got to say. The flash plays that are exhibited in today's quarterbacks are something that really needs to be evaluated. Joe Milton has shown a clip that we're going to dive into. This clip right here, you can show it, Bailey, real quick. We'll talk about it later, but
he had 5 seconds on that play.
People really get enamored with this shit, and Weddle and I were laughing about it yesterday. The flash plays that are exhibited for the gram at quarterback is something that the casual fan gets enamored with. They, oh my God, this guy's unbelievable. Listen, Joe Milton did this and enamored just like they were last year with AR5. And it's just like they were with Johnny Manziel when he had a combine workout in pads and threw, and everyone's like, oh my God. And then he did a beach workout and all that old shit. It's not realistic to pause for 3 seconds, spin, throw, do a fucking backflip for the gram. Stop, people. Please stop thinking this is what NFL quarterbacks are supposed to do or look like. It isn't. They don't last. Out of 68 drafted quarterbacks in the last few years, 66 of them have been busts, Smitty. Think about that before we dive into this conversation. After this commercial break, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
You wearing that T-shirt, JB? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I can't back down now, Jason. I can't back down now. I can't renege. This ain't spades. I can't renege and say, hey, it is what it is. I'm ready for it. By the way, it was Mahomes' first 300-yard Super Bowl, and it took overtime.
Listen, I try my. Listen, I'm not even a Chiefs fan, you know that, but at some point, you gotta just be honest and keep it real. Mahomes is amazing, man. He makes plays when he needs to make plays, but JB will find a way, no matter what happens. He will find a way to still win in his head, in his mind.
Jason, I'm sure Jason's gonna blast me on his show today and ask me these questions. So, but look at Andy Reid here. He is totally embarrassed, and he's like, it keeps me young, and he's making the fun out of it last night, interviewing him after the push.
He keeps me young. The balance looked good. Yeah, not so good. He tested that hip out. Yeah, I know.
I mean, what can he say? What can he say? Like, I'm cutting him. I'm getting rid of him. Like, I don't know, man. At some point, I think that I just think that he could be exhausted, man. This is a lot now.
Well, I do think it's a lot for all of these coaches in terms of, you got to understand, no one even criticized Travis Kelce last night on the broadcast. It's crazy that a player could do that and not get criticized and not have it be a story. When they got to halftime and Nate Burleson talked all over Bill Cowher and everybody else and wouldn't even allow this topic to be addressed, I was like, what world am I living in? They're down at halftime. They showing no composure, and Travis Kelce's just push, shove, whatever, run up on one of the great coaches, and I can't even hear Bill Cowher or anybody talk about it. And it's just, that's how protected players are. That's how much the balance of power has switched. And so it's very tough on all these coaches. And look, players around the league, is why A.J. Brown tweeted about it. Players realize, like, man, we got all the power. We make more money than the coaches, and the media is afraid of us. And so we can do anything. And so if I'm a coach and I made a bunch of money and my legacy's strong, yeah, do I consider doing what Nick Saban's doing? I was like, hey, man, someone else got to deal with these headaches. I'm good.
All right, let me ask you a little college move before we get out of here. Chip Kelly left the head coaching job at a Power 5 and went to be the OC at Ohio State. Ryan Day, he coached their New Hampshire guys and all this stuff. I called it weeks ago. What do you think about that? Is that full evidence of I'm done? And since I couldn't get an NFL job, which we know Chip was trying to get, Seahawks was the Seahawks OC job. He couldn't get it. So is this the way of saying, listen, at least I ain't the head coach anymore. If I'm going to stay making a couple million at Ohio State, it's going to be as a coordinator because I don't want to deal with this stuff that's going on. And we've seen Harbaugh, Saban. We're seeing half at Boston College just walk up and get out of there and go to Green Bay as a coordinator. It's happening more and more and more. And I've talked to guys that say, JB, we're trying to get out of here. Did Chip Kelly just do that?
To some degree, yes, because as a coordinator, you can just worry about X's and O's. The head coach has to live in that transfer portal. The head coach has to deal. If he stays at UCLA, he's under a lot of pressure. He's probably needed to win 9-10 games to keep his job at UCLA. And now you can go make $1.5 million, $2 million at Ohio State, just drawing up plays. That being a coordinator in college might be a better job than being the head coach in college. Sharon Moore may find that out at Michigan. It's just like he was in an ideal position, drawing up plays. Harbaugh's dealing with all the headaches. The kind of money that coordinators are getting paid now, that's a great living with a lot less headaches.
Ooh, man, I just knocked out 50 quick push-ups, man, right before we hopped on. Really? Just quick 50. You know what I mean? Get the blood flowing. I'm a heavy breather, man. Like, I can work out for hours, but huh?
Pause.
How's that a pause? You don't breathe heavy, JB? Like when you grind and put in that work?
What we talking about?
Anything. Any type of work.
Breather? Nah, breathing. Heavy breathing is a creepy thing.
Why is that?
If a man breathes hard to me, I stay away. I stay away from it because I think you're either like you've done some P. Diddy shit. It's something. You've done something. You know what I mean? Let's dive into P. Diddy real quick before.
Let's do it. I got an hour worth of content for P. Diddy.
Damn.
Is that your nephew?
So his drug mule apparently has alleged former Syracuse basketball player Brendan Paul. He's not the guy. Let's be clear. There's no way. He's not the guy. But he was with another guy, and I did a video, and I think it's worthy of listening to, Smitty. What up, man? It's the real Coach JB. Listen, man, there's 380,000 student athletes in college, and most all of them go pro in something other than sports. This is P. Diddy's drug mule, former Syracuse Orangemen shooting guard Brendan Paul. We can say he went pro in something other than sports. New commercial of the week. Appreciate y'all, man. The Coach JB show every single day, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific.
You got a problem, JB. Hey, but on some real, he did go pro. And he was probably making a lot of money moving the drug for him locally, domestically.
Breaking news, the Eagles are signing Diddy, tush push specialist. He's going to be the guy now, Smitty. I don't know if you saw this, as he's going to replace.
Come on, Jay. What are you going to play? The tush push
He's going to
specialist.
be the tush push specialist.
We're going to replace Jason Kelsey.
No, he's going to replace everybody behind Jalen Hurts.
Everybody watch out. We only got 8 people on the field this play. I got us.
Take that.
I can't hang with JB, man. JB gonna get me fired, man. JB gonna get me fired.
Take that.
He said, take that.
Tush push coach will
First
be
down. First down every time.
First down. Hey, I don't know. That tush push, the whole thing.
Tell me what you think about the whole Diddy thing, man. From the beginning, give me your conspiracy theory. What you think is going on? I haven't really heard your full take. We've joked a lot, all that. I want to hear the real.
I've heard that he has a tunnel found in his house in LA that leads to the Getty Center. Now, if anyone looks up the Getty Center in LA, apparently there's been women that have come forth, said that Obama and Biden have taken them to this underground Getty Museum underneath. There's supposedly a trafficking situation. Yeah.
Real quick.
Right here in LA.
Why'd you only say Obama and Biden? Why didn't you say no Republicans was going?
I don't know if it's Republican. I just said Biden. That's the two names I heard. And Clinton. My bad. Clinton. There's another Democrat, though. I used to love Clinton, by the way.
That's my guy.
Apparently, those guys did some weird shit. People have come forward, and they said it's happened under the Getty Center. Apparently, there's some shit under the Getty Center. I have no idea. I wouldn't go over there, Smitty.
I mean, I'm from the hood. I'll probably make it out of there.
But apparently, this cat has a tunnel in his house that goes there. Like, what the fuck's cracking? So I don't know. It's all. Who knows? Listen. I don't know, dog. It's just too. There's usually when there's smoke, there's fire, but now there's just too much smoke, right?
There's a lot going on, man. Even outside of the Diddy situation. I mean, let's expand this thing. The whole Nickelodeon documentary dropped recently, The Quiet on Set.
To be on, and
I watched that. And I'm like, man, you got like these are shows I actually, y'all know I'm a little younger, so I used to grow up watching a lot of these shows as a kid. So it's like, damn, I used to really love these shows. And behind the scenes, these kids were getting SA'd and messed around with and all types of treated bad, verbally assaulted, etc. And it's all this Hollywood shit. And I guess what I'm trying to figure out, JB, is what happens within your route to become great within the Hollywood or entertainment space where you change to a point to where you become an absolute fucking weirdo. Because it happens in the movie industry and in the kid Nickelodeon and music. And there's no way all of these are lies. I'm sorry. There's no way everything's a lie. Epstein Island, you got Diddy, you got the R. Kelly situation, you got Bill Cosby, you got Nickelodeon, you got who's Michael Jackson. Who's the movie big time movie director? Harvey Weinstein. It's like the list goes on and on. You cannot tell me that all of this is made up. There's no way. It could be some lies within the whole story, but the foundation of it, I think, is true. And I just don't understand. Maybe we're not big enough yet, but even if I became big, like nothing in me wants to go mess with kids or sell girls. Like there's nothing in my.
I at this point, I'm starting to think that it's like it was selected. They're selected. There's just no way.
But like when you say selected, like what is like?
Let's be real. Puffy, in the theme of things, in the thick theme of things, like I've done enough research on him to say, okay, he's not a singer. He's a horrific rapper. He was known as what? A producer. He started a label, they say, quote unquote. But did he? Did he? Did he? Or did someone actually put him in place to do this? Like, what talent does he really have? Like, I don't see anything that's super uber talented from P. Diddy.
A&R. I think earlier he was an A&R, which is the guy who finds talent, who brings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But how do we know? What is? It's not hard to find Jay-Z and Biggie and Tupac or Pac's not in, but isn't that? Come on,
Mace.
Right. Like it's not hard. I think this was I think he was placed to be this guy. I don't think like there's a lot of deep shit into this thing, man. Like
let's talk about it. It's the JB show, Big Smitty.
Yeah,
don't be scared.
There's the other guy, fuck the old school cat that found a lot of these guys. What's his name? Not Simon. Fuck. Anyway, there's an old time cat that was kind of they say behind all of it. What's his name? Cartel or
I'm trying to think. Don't get stuck on it. It'll come to you.
There you go, D. Jones. Clive Davis, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's Clive Davis, they say, is the ringleader of the whole thing. Russell Simmons, and I've happened to be in a privy conversation with people that took our phone, security, and the whole thing when I was fucking with the big three. And I've heard major people that you have all heard come out and say, let's just say it. Ice Cube came out and said what? Stay away from what? The people, right? He mentioned the people and all that shit. Well, I was there when he was talking about a guy named Russell Simmons. Where's he gone? Where's he been? Where's he at? This is why I'm worried. I'm worried that they did not arrest Puff Daddy. They walked right by him. They grabbed the fucking nobody Syracuse old player, the drug mule. That guy, if he's a drug mule, then fuck. I didn't grow up underneath Freeway Rick Ross. Number one. Number two, you're going right by P. Diddy and grabbing all these other people, but you're not grabbing P. Diddy. Same thing they did with Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons got out of the country to Bali. They couldn't extradite him, and no one's heard from him again. But he's on the manifest on Epstein Island times 1,000. And now no one's known where Russell Simmons is. I'm afraid that that's going to happen with Puff Daddy. They're going to let him out on purpose because when they raided his home, Homeland Security, not the FBI. That's telling you something. They went in there to get the big dogs paperwork. And then now they're just, all right. And now they're going to say Puff Daddy's on the run. Well, why didn't y'all arrest him in the first place?
Well, you think Diddy in this example, obviously we're speaking to hypotheticals. You think Diddy snitched in on the higher ups, or are you saying they're protecting the higher ups? I guess I don't understand. Okay, I get protecting the higher ups, but why not arrest Diddy though? Like, why leave him free?
They're gonna get all the shit out the way. So when he goes, Clive Owens, when he goes to court or whenever they arrest him, or if they do, then now they have nothing on him. They have nothing to say. Oh, well, we have Biden's paperwork or Clinton or Obama or Trump.
No, I get that, but why not get all the paperwork and then still arrest Diddy? I guess is my argument. Like,
he's big wig. I don't know. It's bigger than what we know. Good morning, Matt.
It's bigger than Nino Brown. What's going on, Matt? Man, how you doing?
Yeah, it's big. It's bigger than what we know. I'm sure. It's bigger than takeoff or off take or whatever.
That's what she said. Number one. Number two, Offset, Takeoff, RIP to Takeoff. We ain't gonna do that in Quavo. What's going on, man? I'm glad you're on the show, man. How you doing, man? How you feeling? How's life going for you right now?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Matt, I don't know where to start with you today. I'm just kidding. It's not that serious.
In the beginning.
I want to dive into Jim Harbaugh first real quick.
There goes that smile, man. There it goes.
Matt,
don't hide it.
Post on my post, and you said, holy shit. I'm surprised you could say that on Instagram and not get absolutely deleted. If I say holy shit, I'm fucking banned on Instagram.
It just happened just now. Could you just say
I just got banned on TikTok live while the show was on. I didn't even cuss. But anyway, I posted a 380,000 student athletes go pro in something other than sports. And that's P. Diddy's drug mule. The little white guy from Syracuse. I saw you say, holy shit. I saw that response and I started laughing. I was on the toilet taking a shit.
Did you wipe or was you?
Yeah, wipe. Dude wipes.
Okay.
We need Dude Wipes as a sponsor to be honest. Matt,
real quick though, you got to use toilet paper and Dude Wipes.
No, you don't. Thank you, Matt. I don't understand these young cats. Why do I want cloth and sticky shit in my ass?
White folks nasty. You gotta start with toilet paper.
You're nasty. You got a nasty butthole.
We nasty, but you start with
white
toilet
folks.
paper.
White folks, y'all don't wash your hands. JB had his dog licking his plate, the same plate I ate off of. Y'all do certain shit that like we just don't do in the hood. So like you gotta use toilet paper first, because it's so much stuff back there.
I'm not.
Then you go with the Dude Wipe to clean the leftover.
The Dude Wipe is the start, the finish, and the middle. There's no need for toilet paper.
Why do I want to muddy up the shit that's already back there?
It's the same reason why you don't go in the shower and just like you guys don't shit and go straight to the shower without wiping and use the fucking wash rag and fucking get all the shit on there. Nah, you want to get a lot of that good shit out with the toilet paper and then the Dude Wipe, and then you.
Why are we talking about it? Well, first of all, I ordered Dude Wipes the other day. And they sent me Mario Lopez wipes. No bullshit. Wait, bro,
you're lying.
I swear to God. And
Steve have their own wipes.
I ordered regular Dude Wipes, and I got a case of Mario Lopez fucking wipes. So every time I take a two, I got to look at this motherfucker.
That motherfucker got Steve Kim in the 3-down knockdown room in the front of the wipe.
For real, like his face is right on the shit wipe. And it's just like, what? Why? Why is your face on the wipe? I know it's a Mario wipe your ass with my face, Mario Lopez, but what the fuck?
I got $1 billion idea. JB needs to get a fucking Dude Wipe sponsors and get all his AE's face on the fucking wipe so he can wipe his ass with his AE's.
Or imagine this. Imagine if you could customize your shit wipes. So like if I wanted to get Nebraska wipes for the whole season, wipe my ass with Nebraska every day.
Man, that's shit.
Ding, ding, ding.
How do we fucking trademark that? Like, somebody gonna steal that idea from us.
Somebody steals every motherfucking idea from me.
We gotta hurry up and make it happen then.
Yeah, well, shit, let's do this, man. I'll put fucking Jeff Nuda's face on a Dude Wipe and wipe my ass with it every day.
Hey, did you hear it? Get this idea. Go get it trademarked right now. All right, hey, so talking to my lawyer.
The shit wipes. Did you hear about that? On it. Let's go.
Hey, all of a sudden, Smitty, Matt ain't on the show no more. Motherfucking Matt and JV fell out. Hey, that's how that's how cats be, by the way.
Fucking A.
Hey, quick message from the ladies of the chat, man. Baby girl NYC said uncircumcised men should definitely use wipes. I want to hear one statement from Matt, one statement from JB, and we'll move forward. What do you think about this?
If you're uncircumcised, I think you should be castrated. Go.
Okay, your turn, Matt. One line.
Why should uncircumcised guys be castrated? Why?
I think you're participating in adding filth to the earth.
Where is this show going today?
It's the ugliest possible penis you can make. Is an uncircumcised one.
It's the original penis. It's the original humans.
It's the OG, Matt.
It's the OG. It's the OG dick.
It's I don't know. I don't know if female. If I was a female, pause. If I was a female, there's no way that you females in here can pull back and you pull it out and it's just a fucking ugly worm head, and you're like, oh, I can't wait to suck. I can't wait to suck this.
Well, I guess if it's fucking big enough and hard enough, then it doesn't matter.
But she got to pull it back. She got to pull the back, dirty ass skin back, and then find out all the fucking dirt that's underneath that motherfucker. And then the smell of it. Imagine the smell of it.
The smell? You got a lot of fucking experience with this. Is your
girl comment?
Ellis?
How many of you ladies have given DS or SD to someone who's uncircumcised? Put it in chat right now. Type in SD in the chat.
Matt, let's be real. This is the realest show on planet Earth. My mom's a doctor forever. I know about all.
Your mom told you about this? That's nasty.
Yeah. It's a real thing. Like, think about it. Don't vaginas smell? Shit. It's the same shit. It's skin.
I don't do the fucking ear test like you. I don't do
it's sweats. It's skin underneath skin. It's sweaty all day. I mean, it's just nasty.
But JB, the women gotta clean it. The vajayjay shouldn't smell bad though. Like, you gotta make sure that motherfucker clean. Everything gotta smell, but it gotta be soapy and clean and shaved.
What
and
are you
trimmed
talking about when I'm not around?
No Diddy. That's our new pause word. No Diddy. Smitty, hey Matt, what's your take on P. Diddy?
Did he do it?
I'm not shocked at all.
Have you heard the Eagles hired him?
Shut the fuck up.
No, seriously.
Right there.
Look,
they signed him right there as the tush push coordinator.
Yeah, and he'll love that job. He look, dude, I am not surprised that there's a bunch of dudes from that generation, and God knows how many in this generation that are all fucking each other and doing God knows what else, and to little kids, and like it's not surprising at all. And it makes I love hip hop, bro, but I can't listen to anything with R. Kelly in it. Like whenever like Fucking You Tonight comes on, I'm like, ooh, and I'm like, oh, that's a jam. Wait a second, R. Kelly's about to come on and start talking, and I can't get it out of my fucking head. So like, it's just one more. First of all, P. Diddy was terrible. Like, let's be real.
That's what I told Smitty.
He just found.
He got placed in this.
And Jay-Z, like, he has no talent. Him and
Mace, he's just a businessman. Like, he never was a rapper. Like, he made songs, but
he tried to be all up in the videos.
Right.
And look, dog, I think that he was always kind of a puff, and that's why his name's Puff Daddy. I mean, it's not fucking surprising. I am not shocked at all.
I mean, JB generation, it just tells me that your generation, more evidence, your generation's fucked up, man. Like, it's just more and more evidence.
Is super fucked up.
Hey, next though, is it Jay-Z? Is it Jay-Z? No,
it's all these guys, bro. It's I look at everyone and go, okay, if you have a X, Y, and Z amount of money and you can get away with shit because you have that much money, how much shady shit have you gotten away with?
Or, to be honest, I look at it like this. I'm one of the spearheads. I got selected. I'm this Illuminati or whatever you want to call him. I just like Matt because I can groom him. I go to Matt and say, yeah, you're going to be the next guy we call Puff Daddy. You're going to be this guy that finds this other guy that we groom called Jay-Z and this other dude named Biggie Smalls. He's a big old fat fuck that can't breathe, and we're going to make him the best hip-hop rapper of all time.
Now, hold on. Time out.
I just think that's a reach, though. That's a reach. Like a motherfucker.
That's blasphemy, homie. Saying that somebody made Biggie the best rapper ever. Have you ever, like, Biggie is the best rapper ever. He's the lyricist
You do know
nobody
stole.
like Biggie.
You do know Biggie stole a Compton rapper's whole get down, right?
Yeah, I know. So I don't give a fuck.
He still had to write his own shit, though.
So how is he the best ever if he stole something?
Well, look, that's like saying Tupac's the best when 95% of his songs are him and 3 guys you don't know.
Well, he also stole some. He's an actor. He had no tattoos.
Well, I think everybody take from somebody. I mean,
but let's not.
You know,
I know this is not a topic, but I want to dive into it. Like I'm just saying, like Matt started the show off with. I believe Puffy's worthless. He was selected to do this.
I don't say worthless
because but Smitty, if Matt and I were selected to do it, and we already had this is the plan. You can't fuck it up. We would be named the best thing too. We're horrible at this position. Like Puffy didn't do anything. Like they put him in this spot. That's how I look at it. That's my opinion.
Right.
Look, I believe that Puffy had something to do with Pac and Biggie getting killed too.
Well, I told me that directly.
Like all the documentaries and everything that you can watch and research on. Like, come on, bro. How could he not be involved? So let's just do this. I asked Coach Prime who his top 4 hip hop guys were, and he went to Luther Vandross, which isn't hip hop, but I'll take it. The Luther Vandross. Who do you like? Who are your 4, Schmitty?
Hip hop or
rap right now?
Hip hop or rap?
Who I believe are the top 4.
Whatever. Hip hop, rap, soul, whatever, dude. Just throw your 4.
R&B, whatever.
Not metal and rock and white boy shit.
I'm just gonna do rap though, because R&B to me is a whole other like section and stuff like that. And the name I'm gonna say, y'all ain't gonna like it because y'all already mentioned the person's name already. But on the rap, specifically rap side, I think it's top 4. I think it's Wayne, Biggie. Can I give you 5?
No.
Fuck. Wayne, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Pac. Eminem's number 5.
Okay. I'm going to go Wayne, Biggie, M, and then dude, Nas. I love Nas, dude. Fuck.
Bad boy.
How about you, Compton?
Cube, Snoop,
of course,
Nas, and Cube, Snoop, Nas, and AZ.
Ooh. Okay. Shit. That's some old school shit right
now. If you ask me who are my top 4 favorite, that's a different conversation though. Wayne's still up there. He's on every list for me. I mean, I'm biased. I'll admit that. It's my favorite rapper of all time. But like favorite, I like some other rappers who I know aren't a top rapper. I just like them.
Well, look, I'll tell you. Have you guys heard? Both of you have heard of Junior Lucas, right?
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
His videos be good. It should be like
his videos
deeper
are fire.
message.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, like he's got a couple of bangers out there right now. 24 Hours to Live and the Addiction song he just put out.
Yeah, I got to listen to his album. It just dropped.
Bro, that shit is hard.
Hey, I heard Rakim the other day, and the motherfucker just dropped a cold ass verse and still don't cuss. Like if you're talking all time, you got to put Rakim in it almost, but he's not my favorite. You asked me on my favorite. Rakim though, and Big Daddy Kane and Cool G Rap are 3 of the coldest lyricists ever. Like period. And if you talk lyricists, you have to put them in there. You talk entertainers, you have to put Pac in there. You have to put E40 in there. You have to put
choose violence.
I respect E4 like a motherfucker, but his style's not for me. But I respect
it's that fucking Bay Area shit, dog. It's different.
Yeah, it's a different deal, Smitty. And it's also he's an entertainer.
Right.
If you define a lyricist and then you separate
Spice One, Eddie Mayweather with the Spice One call. Fuck yeah, dude. Spice One is hard.
But JB, I think the all-time great.
I let it be no. Motherfucker stuttering and shit. Shut the fuck up, Eddie.
All-time greats can do it all, though, JB. They can entertain. They have lyrics. They can perform. That's my opinion.
It's hard for somebody.
Not an entertainer.
It's hard for somebody to stay on though, because like I'm a huge Eminem fan, but only to a point. Like after the album with Soldier and like Superman and all that shit on it, I'm not saying he fell off because I can't spit bars, but it ain't the same. It's not the same. Like I listened to one Eminem and I'm like, who's this guy? This is like, I don't know who the fuck this is. And then I listened to that album and I'm like, holy God, I want to run through a fucking wall. Like I think Soldier might be the hardest motherfucking song ever made. ever.
Yeah, like for me, I don't listen to Eminem on a regular. Like I don't just go to the car and turn Eminem on. Like me personally, you know, and a lot of times in the black culture,
how can he be your top 5 favorite?
Well, the list I gave you wasn't my favorite. My list I gave the list I gave you was to me who are the best.
Okay, so who's your favorite? Who's your top 4?
He asked you your favorite. I gave you my favorite.
We heard it differently. I actually led with.
Well, that's cool. Who's your favorite then, Schmid?
My favorite, if it's my favorite, y'all gonna laugh. So Wayne's still there, but I like Gucci. I'm sorry, I'm a big Gucci man fan.
I don't even know that. I don't even know who that is.
Neither do I. Can't say I've heard one song from Gucci.
Y'all have heard? Hold on. Wasted. You never heard Wasted, man? I know you heard Wasted. Right star, right down, right down, Wasted.
I'm not even lying. I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
I'm talking my daughter's life. I don't no fucking idea who that
not
is.
A shot. You're missing me on this one.
Well, my favorite right now, top of the head, this is tough. I'm gonna go Wayne. I'm gonna go Wayne. I'm gonna go Gucci. Right now, I gotta put T Grizzly in there right now. I'm a big T Grizzly guy right now in the current moment.
Who's T Grizzly?
Detroit rapper. Y'all wouldn't know.
No, don't know him either.
Man, when you leave this show, type in First Day Out T Grizzly and turn up real loud. You'll like it.
No,
who's number 4?
Not doing that.
Who's number 4?
You know, I gave you my 4 like this. You should know who your favorite guys are. Who are your favorite rappers? There's no way.
Do you know who Atmosphere is, Schmitty?
No,
I don't.
That's some old school white boy shit right there. It's pretty good. Atmosphere fucking is some hardcore shit.
I might have to check them out. I don't know who my 4 is. 4 is like it's so many names that could be at 4. I don't know. I really don't know.
Like Rick Ross.
I like Ross, but he ain't never been my favorite. I like Future.
Yeah, you know who else likes Future? Russell Wilson.
I used to
fucking up bitches of Gucci slippers.
Here come the jokes, but I used to like the early years of Meek Mill. I thought it was hard, but he kind of just.
Hey, you remember how hard Busta Rhymes was back in the day? Break your motherfucking neck. That shit was so hard, dude.
I'm different than you, Matt. I don't take what you do as my favorite player, for instance. I'm just using this to be relevant. Correlate this. I don't use my favorite player and then what he does off the field. I don't correlate the two. So I don't care if Kobe fucked the girl in the ass. I give a fuck less. I don't care. He was my favorite player. He was the best player. I am the same. So my point is to you talking about R. Kelly. I still bump the fuck out of R. Kelly, knowing he pissed on a broad and all that shit. I don't respect him. I don't like him, all that. But I literally still bump his shit. I separate.
Like, bro, I listen to the lyrics of "Fucking You Tonight" right when it comes.
Well,
I'm just like, all I can envision is him saying that to a 12-year-old girl, and I'm like, gross.
Hey, here to your point, Matt. This is what I do when I bump him, though. I got an AE looking at her like this, and I'm looking her in the face. So it keeps me from thinking about shit like that. I'm looking at AE like I'm fucking you tonight.
See, man, when you listen to music, you can't think about what they doing with them. You think about how it correlates to your life. You know what I mean?
But when I listen to Michael Jackson, I can't get with it either. Of the sick fuck.
I'm gonna be real though. I'm gonna be real. Removing emotions though, R. Kelly's the greatest R&B singer of all time. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't know about all that.
He is.
I think
Alicia Keys might be the best R&B singer of all time.
I love Alicia, but she's not better, bro. Go listen. Go look at R. Kelly's track list.
R. Kelly's serenading the fucking 6'7", 300-pound mandingo that's got a gas pump up his ass right now.
I'm saying this track list, bro. I ain't talking none of that.
I'm not putting R. Kelly above Michael Jackson, but they're different. But I'm a Keith Sweat guy myself.
Michael Jackson's more pop though, right? Mike's more pop. I wouldn't say R&B.
I'm just saying like all-time entertainer.
How about Prince?
Prince is a bad boy.
We did our top 5 entertainers of all time,
Prince and too.
Chris Brown is a bad boy. I know he's younger, so y'all don't. But for real though, that motherfucker can dance his ass off.
But I don't care about him. I do dancing. I don't
look, and can sing and has hits, like everything.
I don't give a fuck about a dude dancing though.
Well, you just said Michael Jackson's a top performer because he fucking dances. That's what makes him a top performer.
I didn't say anything about him dancing.
Okay, so what makes him a great performer?
He's a great performer. He rocks the crowd out.
But is dancing not a part of his shit? Or
I don't care. I don't.
Am I slow? Did I not see a moonwalk?
There was a goddamn nail on the floor.
The hell? Did I not see him a moonwalk and lean forward?
I'm not looking at another dude dance.
There's a nail in the floor. He didn't really lean. That's a gimmick.
Okay, but my point. Never mind. Y'all motherfuckers so old. Y'all just don't. And you're not even that old, man. That's why I'm disappointed. You supposed to be on my side a bit more. You're not that old. You're fucking with 38, 40. You're right on the fucking
We go over this every day.
How old are you?
42.
You are kind of old.
Last name Wilson. First name Charlie. Charlie Wilson.
Do you like early Wayne or older Wayne? Do you like little Wayne, 20 years old, Birdman JR shit? Or is the new stuff? Because Birdman JR, you put that on.
Oh my
God. Into it, I'm like, let's fucking go.
If the elements don't murder me, the ride is wheel for wheel. And then I go hard to the fullest, get involved, and I got on playing dodgeball with bullets.
I don't know any of that.
Hey JB, Lil Wayne is like that.
Birdman JR. How about stuff like that?
I never liked him.
Man, Lil Wayne said, a millionaire. I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than Nigerian.
How about Mona Lisa on the
him and Kendrick? Come on, bro.
Oh. Because Wayne tells stories. Wayne's like Biggie. He'll tell a story. Like if you don't listen, you're just listening to the beat and you're just rocking. You don't know. But if you actually listen to the lyrics, he is spitting fucking stories and bars, and it's incredible. I love it. Love it. And he's a Buffalo supporter. So
his similes and metaphors are crazy.
Unbelievable, dog.
Great sex is safe sex. Better use a late text because you don't want that late text that I think I'm late text.
What is it?
So wrap it up.
Groundhog.
Hey, fuck all this shitty rap. Let's talk about some football.
Don't ever disrespect Wayne like that ever again. I'm gonna get Wayne on the show and you just fucked it up. Don't ever take that shit back.
I said
just him yesterday.
I don't give a fuck. I don't listen to none of them.
You're horrible ear.
Like this, like what the fuck you say?
You have a horrible ear to music.
Panda.
Matt. Panda. Wait, that's just old. Matt, if you go to JB's house, all he plays is everything before the 90s. I swear to God, he plays nothing new.
And anything new sucks and a bunch of pussies.
Yeah, he plays old movies, old music, old food.
Everything's old.
Nothing past the 90s. Motherfucker's crazy. He's insane.
Old bitches, old mac and cheese.
Yeah, all the chicks. Oh, I know you're
old.
Hey, Matt, let's talk about something I want to bring up with you real quick.
What is it?
We got to talk about real talk. We got to talk about real shit on the show.
Yeah, what's the topic today? I can't wait. Fuck you.
No, listen, I'm not even going there.
Yeah, right.
No,
sure you are.
This is a real topic though.
I
want you to listen to this video that
here we go, dude.
Going on.
Is this about the 3'11" midget with 2 vaginas?
No, it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing.
I swear to God, if you dupe me into this, I'm gonna be mad as fuck.
No. I'm not fucking with. This is no joke here.
You're lying. You're trying to hold back your smile now.
I swear to God, this is
This is like you telling the 5th string quarterback he's got a chance to play. You're like, oh yeah, you got a chance to play.
I swear to God, I'm not lying.
Get some reps in camp.
I want you to take a listen to this.
Yo, Irving City Council, how you doing? My name is Tanya, and I'm a professional sports gambler. But unfortunately, my career is at a standstill because I got 6 baby mamas all in the DFW Metroplex. Damn. So I can't live in a state that's got legal gambling, in a sense it will be March Madness. I'm coming up here to beg y'all to make sports gambling legal in the city so I can stack my paper and pay for the illegitimate children. I know some people think sports betting is risky, but I got an unbeaten system that can put money in all y'all pockets. Seriously.
Oh, shit.
My system is easy.
Listen to this, though.
I bet on the blackest and darkest teams in college sports because blacker the berry, sweeter the juice, and better the jump shot. I also got a sports betting angle that is foolproof since y'all want to let all these transgenders up in the league. That is foolproof since y'all want to let all these transgenders up in the league. I became almost a millionaire betting on Leah Thomas's big ass winning all them swimming meets. And just like these transgender swimmers, my swimmers are strong. That's why I got so many baby mamas. But you know what that means? I got a lot of bills to pay. So I'm sick of risking my life and my freedom on gambling illegally on transgender athletes. So I beg you, Irving City Council, to please legalize sports gambling because I can't afford to be up in the penitentiary doing 5 to 10 years on some weak-ass gambling charge. I also would like it if y'all could give me some reputations because Irving is hella white and I'm hella black. My great-grandfather was a slave in Mississippi, so y'all owe me for real.
1 minute left.
And I'll say one more time, you white city council people need to legitimize gambling and start putting y'all's money on these transgender swimmers because they got propellers in their back-friendly swimsuits. And remember to always bet on black. I always want to shout out to my homie, DeMarcus Calloway, who is locked up for murder, but he didn't do anything wrong but stab a police officer, which is according to the BLM movement, is okay. It's time to get paid, bitches. Legalize it and free my homie DeMarcus.
Okay.
Wow.
Alex Stein followed.
Alex Stein for president, dog. Let's go, AS.
She said, okay, Alex Stein. Like, she kept a cool, professional, like.
That really happened.
Mississippi.
That really happened in Texas.
Yeah, I know. I just watched it. That was incredible.
I like how good he kept his face.
Real talk. He bet and made millions on Leah Thomas. That is the point. That's the point I'm making.
I want to know why my dumb ass didn't do that.
Right.
Please find me the dude who's running with the chicks in sports and let me bet on him and I'll fucking stack chips. Me and Alex Stein will be in Vegas throwing fucking chips to strippers.
Dog, I can't believe that's real.
That was some pretty funny shit, though. I'll give you that.
But it is real. It's fucking funny.
She has a propeller in her back.
It's not real doesn't mean it ain't. That shit's funny.
He says he had a propeller in her back, Matt.
You know, he did that on purpose. He did that on purpose just to troll him, and he kind of reverse psychology.
You see the council meeting dudes cracking up.
Dude was drinking out of his unlimited water bottle like me at the same time.
I can't laugh at this. I can't laugh at this.
Hey, Alex Stein, that dude Alex Stein, I've been on his show. He does it all the time.
Hey, man, good for you, Alex. Fucking get it done. Free DeMarcus. He didn't do it, by the way.
Yep.
Hey, by the way, if Steve Young got drafted in this draft, he's better than everyone in the draft right now at 62 years old.
Bro, Steve Young was a fucking monster of a player.
No. You hear what he said, Matt? He said right now, like 62 years old.
That's horseshit, but okay. He was still a hell of a player.
Look at that dime piece at 62. My boy Kalani.
Give me a fucking break. You might as well be throwing 7-on-7.
No pass rush, no O-line, no pressure, nothing.
I'm not dealing with that shit. No way.
Come on. Next thing. That's cool. I'm not listening to bullshit.
Wow. Are you fucking joking me, Smitty? The
motherfucker can't play.
The hypocrisy on this show is unbelievably glaring.
You're telling us.
Yeah, you
telling us.
Right.
Us. You.
Let a young motherfucker do that, man. He be like, oh, it's nothing. It's 7-on-7. There's no pressure in his face. There's nothing. Let Steve do it. It's fucking amazing. You stay consistent.
Hold on. You guys praise the shirt and underwear wearers. I don't. What are you talking about? All you talk about is AR5 and Will Levis and all these guys that throw in shorts and shirts. I don't.
This is
I
bullshit.
hate 7-on-7.
You're not pinning this on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you dare throw this.
I hate 7-on-7. When have I said
I don't support any of that shit. I'm just disagreeing with you on this.
I know you don't. I'm just saying Smitty's the first one to love these guys in shirts and shorts. And now all of a sudden, he's not facing a rush and it's 7-on? What?
I don't know if I love shirts and shorts. I don't know if we have clips to show that I love it.
That's all you talk about.
That's a little bit of a stretch saying I love it.
Is a shirt and short quarterback.
I am biased to AR5 because he's on my fucking team. We all know that. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it real. Don't use AR5 as the example. My point is you be consistent. Don't let this little easy little throw in a 7-on-7 fool you and make you think a 62-year-old quarterback can be better than everybody now.
I'm fucking whatever you guys call it, trolling on that fact.
Well, we don't troll on this show no more.
Hey,
2024.
Steve Young looks better than every quarterback in this draft at 62, though.
I don't know about all that shit.
Look at that ball.
That's so basic. You can do that right now, JB. Right now.
By the way, he's doing it against starting BYU players. It's not like he's doing it against Flag.
Okay, the next topic.
Thank you, Bailey. Keep showing that shit.
Keep showing
the ball he didn't even catch the ball.
If I see that shit 3 more times before the show's over, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I quit. If you play it again, I'm out.
Bailey, we all agree though. Bailey is white. Can we agree to that?
Nah, he's black. But you paying him, JB, so he gonna lean towards you. If I start paying him out of my pocket, he gonna start doing what I want to do.
But Bailey's white. To be honest,
he's not fucking white.
Bailey,
ask him right
Bailey? Are we talking about Bailey?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
We should bring Bailey on the show for 2 seconds and Bailey just yell out black or white, whatever you are to say, and go right back out.
Is he half?
Nah, we don't do that half shit.
Fuck you. You don't do the half shit.
It's hot or cold, motherfucker. It's hot or cold.
So what you're telling me is I did 23andMe and I'm 1.9% Nigerian. I can't claim that.
No, you can't, man.
Fuck you, Smitty. Why can't I claim that?
You're a white man.
That's bullshit, dog. That's fucking bullshit. 23andMe told me I was 1.9% and I'm running with it, and you can't tell me I can't. Not in today's society, you can't. Ha, motherfucker.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a fucking buffalo now.
Yeah, fuck it. You're a buffalo. Whatever you want to do.
JB, what are you, JB?
What?
Haitian.
You didn't hear nothing.
I'm a white dude from Compton.
Boo. Ooh, that kind of scared me. I don't know. The hell was that?
Compton in the house.
You gotta warn me before you do some shit like that.
We just got demonetized. Thanks.
We lost all our money. The whole show's wasted now.
For 2 months. All right. Do we have the Deion Sanders going on?
Oh shit! Here we go. So Matt, we've been warming you up the whole time, getting you in a good mood, loosening you up, getting you puckered up and happy, and now it's time to hit you in the fucking face.
I just want to get Matt's honest take because he's in the space about what Deion went off on the team the other day, and I made a statement yesterday. I want to get this take on this.
Let the ball carry, go hit it. Let's go. He needs to be hit. Don't touch the receiver. Ain't nobody hit nobody yet. But we supposed to be physical. So bull jump. Come on, man. When we gonna stop this foolishness? I'm seeing the same thing I saw last year. And everybody want to be the man. Everybody want to dirt check right here. Ain't nobody cashing in with it. Who fault was that? Mine. My bad, don't get it right here. That's it.
Good. Yell at him more fighting, more hitting, more fucking cussing, as dirty as you want to be. Well, he may not cuss, but everyone else cusses. Like I need more of the nastiest fucking shit you can give me. I need it to look like JB's fucking bedroom on Saturday night with 3 AEs. Nasty. That's the way I need it. I need fucking nasty shit.
I was over there. It's disgusting.
Man, let me ask you an honest question. Seriously.
Smells like tuna.
Stink.
If somebody was yelling at you and said bull junk, are you ready to run through a wall?
Well, I know that he doesn't curse, bro. I understand what he's trying to say.
I get that. I'm saying, like, I had coaches that didn't cuss, but they would let it.
Yeah, but they're not Deion Sanders. Let's remember where the message is coming from.
But those kids don't know who Deion Sanders is.
They don't know, bro. They went there because of him. And pretty much everybody on that roster went to Colorado because of Coach Prime, bro.
You
can roll your eyes on it all you want. That is fucking true.
No, I'm with you. I'm talking about JB. I'm checking.
That is 100% true.
Okay, let me clarify what I mean.
Nobody went to Boulder because of fucking Colorado to play for Coach Prime, homie.
Let me clarify what I mean.
Fuck out of here.
When he took the job at Jackson State, half those players had no clue who he was as a player.
We're not talking about Jackson State.
They knew who he was as a Barstool employee. Whatever. These kids, Matt, you and I agree on one thing. You know damn well these players don't know our great forefathers. They don't.
They know who Coach Prime is, bro.
They know now. They know now. Over in the last few years, he's made himself very knowing to the young kids. Let's be honest. I know. I'm not saying the kids don't know who he is now. What I'm saying is these kids still don't know who Deion is. They know who Coach Prime is. They don't know the Dion you and I and Smitty know.
They weren't alive
as a player. They don't know Dion as a player. They just see YouTube video. They see
they can fucking Google it. So what?
Well, my point is they don't care.
I disagree.
Why they commit there then though?
Yeah, but why is Travis Hunter going and why is Jordan?
Everybody got money though.
Well, Colorado doesn't have fucking money like that.
Right.
Colorado doesn't have fucking money like Alabama, Tennessee, and Georgia. My guys that were just down, my guy Brett Coolidge was just at Georgia and Tennessee last week. And he's like, yeah, they're all trying to throw money at me. I don't even know what to say to them. Like CU's not just fucking throwing money at everybody. Jordan Seaton went to CU because of Coach Prime. Travis Hunter followed him to CU because of Coach Prime, period. Like, I think they would have gone there with no money. They just want to play for the man.
I'm telling you that they don't know who he is as a player. Stop acting as if they know who the man was. They
Travis Hunter, for you to sit here and say that Travis Hunter doesn't know who Coach Prime was as a player is the most naive shit I've ever heard.
Going all the way over both of your heads. Unbelievable. Right.
How isn't that not what you just said?
Matt? They don't know who he is, Matt.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
You're saying like they don't fully appreciate the greatness of who he was because they weren't alive.
They weren't alive. So
okay, just like me and Magic Johnson. I didn't watch Magic technically. So you're saying
that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They don't have the appreciation for the man that we do, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying.
So what you're saying essentially is that I can't appreciate the steel curtain the right way because I didn't watch them physically.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, because he always has the same argument.
I go back and watch the old school games and watch the documentaries on them and engulf myself in the history. That doesn't count because I didn't see it when I was 5.
Now we had this argument every fucking week about if I wasn't born, then I can't know it.
I'm so disappointed that you don't understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you and I talking about appreciating the steel curtain, and these kids who fucking play video games on their phones all day are completely different animals. We looked at football as our professional goal, dream. These cats are not looking at football as their professional goal or dream. They're looking at it as a hobby. Let's just keep it real. Dude, it's a hobby to most of them.
I work with this generation, and you are 100% wrong, dog.
It's a hobby to 90% of these kids,
well,
man.
Then I guess I got the 10%, coach, and they're all in Denver.
You're coaching them, of course. You're coaching them, of course. You're training them, of course.
Everyone in this generation is just a spoiled bitch is not fucking true. There may be some bad apples.
I'm not saying everyone else.
You did say 90% though, JB. Like, damn,
what's happening? The majority is what we see every day.
I don't know. I see a bunch of hardworking, fucking dedicated motherfuckers every day. That's what I see.
Well, Matt, let's just be fair. They are paying you for a service, are they not? I hope they don't come in there and be lackluster fucking faking
it. But you'd be amazed on how many people come in there and fuck around. I had to do a video the other day asking parents why they're mad at me that their kid is coming in and acting like a fuckboy. That's not my fault. I didn't raise him. You knew how hard it was when you walked in the door. Like, look, I guess I don't really know what you're saying. Like, if I think that there's a lot of really hardcore players in this era that bust their ass for what they want. I think that social media has opened the door for everybody to allow themselves to have an out or be emotional or whatever. Everyone does it. I do it too. People that bitch on social media and things of that nature. You know, sometimes you're emotional on social media too, and maybe you're mad about that. I don't know. But not every single kid in this generation is weak, bro. I'm
not saying every single kid. All I'm saying, I've talked to coaches that say there's still some hardworking jacks out here that want to do it and all that. But it's not the same as it once was.
I wish I was on CU's payroll. Real truth.
Hey, you can't tell us though, Matt, that it's the same as it was because, and it's not a knock on the kids. It's pay to play now. So if I was getting paid to play, I don't know if I'd be the same either. So I don't think we can sit here and say that these cats are the same. We know that shit changes. I get it. But all I'm saying is the investment as a whole, it just cannot be. It's just impossible to be what it once was. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they invest. I don't think they really look at Deion as the player we know him as. They see him as Coach Prime, and that they say, all right, look, we know you're a legend. You played, you're a Hall of Famer, first ballot, blah, blah, blah. Probably the best 2 players ever. But I don't know if they really know who he is as far as listening to bull junk and saying, all right, I'm ready to run through a wall. I don't think the kids correlate the two. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. That's fair. I will say this, that when I started getting paid to play football, I took it a lot more seriously than when I was just on scholarship.
Yeah, but you're a grown man in the professional business. You're
but dog, I was a pretty immature college kid. I'm just saying, if I would have had the ability to buy my parents their dream home when I was in college based on what I did in college, if they would have handed me a check and said, act right or you don't get this money, I guarantee you I would have been in class and doing things right. Because when they started paying me, I took it seriously.
You chased the goal of yours to be paid, and you got that check. You fucking were balls to the wall. These cats are getting paid at 17 to 21 that have yet to understand their goal. They're getting paid up front first. There's a whole nother investment, Matt. Come on, let's be honest.
I don't know, bro. I just put a bunch of kids into college who all got paid to go to college who are pretty fucking motivated, and they're at 5 a.m. and on recruiting trips and want to go to the NFL and shit. So I can't agree with you fully on this one.
I think we just kind of highlight the players who do transfer a lot, the players who are, shitheads, whatever. Like, we highlight those. Those are the names that are like pushed in the media. So from a visual standpoint, it feels bigger than I think what it is. It feels like 90% of the kids are don't care and all that stuff. But in reality, I don't think that's true. I think majority of kids who are not the top of the top big name guys still love the game, still work extremely hard. You just don't hear about them because they're not like they're boring storylines. There's not a storyline there. You don't hear about the everyday fucking left guard for fucking, I don't know, whoever, Ball State, who's busting his ass every day because they love the game. We hear about the number 1 quarterback who's asked for $10 million, and we let that cloud our judgment. I think majority of these kids are still working hard. We had this is basketball, but same conversation. We had UCLA head Coach Cronin on our Fox Sports show the other day, and he got James Jones asked him about the landscape of just college sports in general, and are these kids soft, is what he asked him. And he said, you know what? From my experiences, these kids aren't soft. The kids are the same way they've always been. He says the parents that have changed, if anything. The parents have changed. I thought it was just very interesting hearing the old school cat.
I've been saying that on the show for 3 years. I mean, parents are the difference. It ain't players. Kids haven't changed at all. Kids only know what they know. I say that every day. Kids know what they know and don't know what they don't know. It's the parents. It's the soft coaches that allow it instead of coach it. And it's the 7-on-7 street agent guru trainers that have absolutely cross-coached against their high school coaches' wills. And that's why we have a fucking bunch of shit out there. It is what it is. Like, first of all, though, I want to address somebody from Twitter. John Thompson said it's a scholarship that is being paid. First of all, my scholarship and Matt's scholarship, you can talk about scholarship all you want being paid. I didn't pocket no fucking money. Let me just be clear. Right. So I don't know about your scholarship being paid. That wasn't what we didn't get paid, bro. Just because we were on scholarship, we actually were a favor to the school.
Thank you.
On a scholarship playing. I don't know what game you played, but I don't know about scholarship paying us back in my day.
Scholarship is not payment.
And thanks for bringing that up, because that was always like the regular students. That was always their argument. You guys got your scholarship paid. It's like they were jealous. I'm like, you know how many fucking times I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning in high school to bust my fucking ass to earn this for position? Hell yeah, it's the least you could do. Like, literally, I can't work. It's a full-time job. You can't work a full-time job.
They wouldn't let you have a job.
Exactly. So come on now.
And if you did, you got fucking suspended or kicked out.
And I had teammates who, so I was blessed. I got the full Pell Grant, and I'm the, at the time I have right. So I was cool because like it was just me. But I know people who, like, let's say their mom makes a little bit too much money, right? So she's above the threshold of getting the Pell Grant. But she got 3 fucking kids. So although their mom makes more money than my mom does, technically, she's in the same position as my mom is because she has more expenses, right? So this teammate's not getting no fucking Pell Grant, nothing. I had teammates who were literally struggling because they don't have no extra money to just get everyday shit and deodorant and toothpaste and clothes. So like, I hate that argument that you got scholarship, that's all you need.
All right, but here's my point to you. All three of us share one thing alike. We all came from the mud and had to struggle through college. We bonded better with our teammates, A. B, we appreciated it more getting there. And C, we understood the investment and the end-all, be-all goal that we had in mind. I don't believe these kids have that because of the payment up front. That you can say that they're worth it because we're paying them that, but I don't believe they've earned it yet. Now, the marketplace says they're worth it because everyone's getting to pay, right? I get the market and all, but I don't believe they've earned it yet. And I believe we've given them something that they have yet to earn. And that is why I think there is a problem. And it is ascending upwards into the professional football we call the NFL, where we see more demand of trades than we've ever seen. We see the differences that are going upwards. It's almost as an extension of the transfer portal, is it not? I mean, that's what you're seeing. These kids played in the portal, by the way. So you're seeing it in the NFL level, where we used to, Matt, be the trendsetter at the NFL level, and everyone below us did what we did. Now, good or bad or indifferent, T.O. goes out and does some stupid shit. Guess what? A college receiver did that. Now we're copycatting the other way. We're copycatting from the lower levels upwards. Like high school kids are leaving in 4 high schools in 4 years. There's guys getting 9th years of eligibility in college. Like, to me, it's just setting it up for setting it up in a bad way, in my opinion. That's just my take.
My only last little nugget to the money piece of it is, let's not act like players are just not getting paid, though.
Yeah, but it's a totally different.
They're just not getting paid in front of us. Like, nobody's been getting paid under the table for years.
That's the difference, though. See, Matt can probably attest or agree or disagree, but when we were paid and didn't know, no one knew, because everyone in that locker room was still playing and fighting for one cause: the head coach that gave him the Scully and his teammates. If Matt's getting paid under the table, listen, no one else knew it.
You think motherfuckers didn't know Reggie and come on?
No, not like that's what I'm saying is, Smitty, that was an accepted deal, though. Everyone knew Reggie Bush was that motherfucker. What are you going to say? No? That you don't deserve it? Here's my point. And this is coming from Division I coaches. I know Matt sees it. If the right tackle at Alabama is getting a fucking, let's just say now, let's say he's getting $5,000, and the quarterback's getting $2 million, and the running back's getting $100,000, and there's other guys getting hundreds of thousands of dollars, dog, he's looking at Saban and that locker room sideways when he yells, talks, teaches, and coaches, because he's sitting there thinking about greener pastures, getting more money. And this is fact. This is coming from Sark and Lane. They're telling me this is what it is. It's like talking to a dead room, because no one's on the same page and everyone knows it. See, when you know people's money and you're pocket checking cats, which is a bitch tendency, I don't believe you're ever going to get the same result from all 100 players. Back in the day, if I didn't know what Matt made and Matt didn't know what I made, we all knew we were getting paid under the table. We knew we got that envelope, but that wasn't pocket. We weren't pocket checking each other. We were like, facts. Matt deserved that motherfucker. Reggie
why
Bush.
doesn't that translate to the NFL then?
Huh?
Like, why doesn't that same mindset translate to the NFL? We all know it's all public knowledge what everybody gets paid. Everyone's contract is public. Like, why doesn't that, or do you think that translates to the NFL? I guess is a better question. That whole mindset of like, oh, this fucker gets paid $90 million, all he gets
we don't think like that in the league, bro.
Right.
But we're seeing it, Matt. We're seeing it transcend, Matt. Like, look at the guys now that are starting to say, Justin Jefferson, I'm not playing unless I'm the highest paid ever. Like, we're starting to see it, though.
Well, he has the ability to do that. I think Smitty's talking about, like,
but we've always had players.
A guy that is looking at the superstar and going, fuck him, he makes all this money.
But Matt, we've always had those players that are worth that money, that never come out and just say, Tom Brady was worth it year 15. He took a cut.
But that's my point. I guess my question is, the same players who are in the NFL, they were in college. So why is it that while they're in college, they have this jealousy? Oh, you got 100,000, I only got 10,000. NFL is like, now they don't care that you make more. Smitty. I don't get it.
This is a new thing, Smitty.
How new?
The test. This is fairly a new thing. Let's be honest. This isn't This hasn't been around since Matt and I were in it. It would be a whole nother topic. This is fairly a new thing. So this is still a money grab for everyone. Jealous one's envy is a real thing.
The jealousy.
The jealous one's envy, Matt. The 2-star Matt, I'm sure Matt has a 2-star in there that wakes up in his homies on his same team at Desert Ridge or whatever high school, and he's a 5-star, and he thinks he deserves 5-star money.
That's facts. Yep.
This is a real thing, Smitty. This is being told to me by all Power 5 guys that I know. This is a real thing. These guys all think they deserve the bag because their 7-on-7 fucking coach told them they are.
But my question is,
you.
Does that translate to bad football? Does that translate to them just not playing hard because they think they should be getting more? If I don't know, the way I'm trained, if I thought I deserved more and I think I want more, I'm gonna go ball harder because I'm like, well, fuck it then.
These kids will sit out before they ball harder.
Let's bring in somebody that just was coaching at the Power 5 level and played in the NFL a long time. Let's bring him in with Matt before he leaves. Shaun King. It's Shaun King Tell the Truth Thursdays. What up, Shaun?
What's up, Shaun?
You know Matt. I don't know if you know Matt or not.
Mr. King, you're muted. There you go.
Yeah, what's up, Matt? Nice to meet you.
You too, brother.
Hey, Shaun, where are you at? I don't know if you heard some of this conversation, but like I know you're involved in this. I know you see the 7-on-7. You're evaluating these kids getting drafted and going to college from the high school level. Where are you at with this whole thing? Like, is it transcending upwards for the first time in our generation that you see the portal kind of evolving into the league, the cats demanding trades more than we ever did before? Are you seeing that the pay-to-play model is really affecting the outcomes in locker rooms and why people are transferring at all-time high? Because I've heard Saban and Sark Lane tell me these things for a fact that everyone's not equal in there, and everyone knows that they're pocket checking, and that's why they're chasing greener pastures. And it's just like a dead room when you're talking to 100 kids and they're not all on the same page.
Yeah, I think the culture in football has changed drastically, and I don't think it can ever go back to what it was. The problem with me is I'm all for player empowerment, but I think the current setup is creating player entitlement. And I think guys are entitled and feel like they deserve certain things before they actually produce at the level that kind of compensation dictates. You know, and that's
Joe from Ole Miss just told us that on our show last week.
That's why I think the problem is coming in. Like, I don't think high school kids should get NIL. They've not generated $1 for any college. If the high school wants to pay them for, you know, South Central High School being good, that's one thing. But until you get to college and produce and perform, I don't think you should be eligible for NIL. I just think it's a bad precedent. It's impossible to really hold kids accountable and teach discipline and accountability. And you can't do all that if it's just about the money. And it's not about the personal growth and the development and trying to become a professional player. You know, ultimately that should be the goal, right? The little NIL money, I'm just telling you guys, if you're listening, you get $100,000 for NIL, but then you screw it off and don't make the league. That 100 ain't gonna last you very long, big dog. That's gonna be gone before you know it. Like, the ultimate goal is to get to the National Football League or the NBA or Major League Baseball, not to, you know, just go somewhere and get NIL. Choose a spot that's gonna develop you.
Look, when I was a rookie, and then listening to Shaun say this brings me back. I was a rookie with Herm Edwards in New York. And one of the first things Herm said when he got up there was, man, let me tell you, you need one watch, one house, one wife, one car. One. If you got more than one, you need to have a multi-million-dollar contract. And it hit me, and I was like, that's some real shit right there. And that's the way the NIL kids need to live, bro. Like, you can't live least rich in college in the NFL and expect good things to happen afterwards, bro. Like, there's nothing wrong with being hungry and humble and waiting until you actually get the bag to show it off. Like, there's nothing worse than the guys that show off rented jewelry and, you know, a leased car and an apartment and shit. Like, dog, just wait. You're not there yet. It's okay.
Yeah, like Shaun said, I think we've enabled them though from the youth level.
I agree.
We've
and if we're being honest, if somebody gave you $250,000 at 18 and you put it in the proper mutual fund or investment portfolio, I mean, you could literally be a millionaire by the time you're 30, 35 if you just put the money somewhere and let it grow.
Steve Kim says that every day on the show. He says,
they're not mandating that kind of discipline with the money. It's just,
you know what it is, I hate to bring race into this, but Eddie George is a good friend of mine. He does financial advising. He takes a lot of inner city youth, takes them over. He's like, hey, man, you need to start investing in this degree and allowing it to pay for you. I don't know if enough folks out there that are former players are doing it, especially with our inner city kids, because that's what all I used to do at Indy on Mondays, bringing a motherfucker to talk to them about this, and this. If you do get Pell Grant and you're pocketing it, maybe do something with it so you're not just buying stupid shit that we all did as kids in college when we got that Pell Grant check. Now, NIL era was about to hit in 17 when I was coaching last in JUCO, and that shit, I wouldn't even imagine JUCO now. I'm sure these kids expect the same shit a four-year school's getting, and I'm like, oh shit, I've heard that from JUCO coaches. I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't know if it's being taught. That's my thing.
Yeah, I will say this though, guys. The coaching profession is getting a little bit of their own medicine, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because for years, this is how they've approached sports, collegiate sports. Where's my next job? Where's the next biggest paycheck? What's the best opportunity? And so now that, that entitlement is trickled down to the players, they get a little dose of their medicine.
I agree with that. But some people will probably say that those coaches have earned it because they're 40 years old and they've put the work in. The players didn't earn it. So
who would say that? Who would say something like that?
Right.
I don't know. I just heard it before.
If I
did.
Right. If me and JB go in Smitty's house and convince Smitty to come to our university, and we tell you we're gonna be there for you, we tell your mom and dad, listen, he's gonna be a better man when we give him back to you than when we get him. And if he has the potential to go to the NFL, we're gonna get that out of him. And then 6 months after you get there, we bounce and we don't even say goodbye.
Now, I don't agree with that. That's and I've always said that on this show. Yep. Smitty will tell you, I think that is the absolute shitbird liar. I think he should automatically not get paid the next year at the new job and have to sit a year. That's your point to your NIL kind of fix or your transfer portal, fix. I think the coach should start to have to do that if we're going to be honest. Like we got like Manny Diaz when he left Temple to Miami. I know Temple, Miami was his home and all that. Bottom line is he recruited a whole class to Temple and left. And the NCAA did not allow those kids to follow him. And that is I do not agree with at all. So I never have. And I'm a true believer of being a man of your word and not just talking. You are who we are, not what we say we are. That's the Draymond Green scenario. But I don't know. Matt, you on your show today?
No, I'm back tomorrow.
Are you on here tomorrow?
I am.
All right. We got to have you on tomorrow. It's Major League Baseball opening day today. I'm going to be at the Dodger game, Matt. I'm going to take a selfie for you. Matt.
Yeah. What's the baseball player's name that's betting? Pete Rose and Shohei?
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah. Tell Shohei to throw a bet on hitting for the cycle or something for me today, all right?
Yeah, hold on, Matt.
Hold on, Matt. Tiny got a full spiel, kind of break it. If you give us 45 seconds, Matt, before you go.
I think I got time.
Tiny got a full breakdown for you, kind of explain.
Have you seen the Ohtani breakdown? Listen to this.
まずはじめに、僕自身は、何かにかけたりとか、誰かに代わって、そのスポーツイベントにかけたりとか、それをまた頼んだり、っていうことはないですし、僕の口座からブックメーカーに対して、誰かに送金を依頼したことももちろん全く、ありません。
So I never bet on baseball or any other sports, or I never have asked somebody.
You guys are such assholes, dude. I gotta go.
All right, man. I'll talk to you.
Later. Have a good day.
All right, dude.
All right, Shaun. Appreciate you coming on. We got some quarterback talk. Number one, I got to get your take on RG3's take. RG3 came out and made a take. He said that let Caleb Williams be Caleb Williams. Ain't nothing wrong with him wearing pink fingernail polish and having a pink phone case. Quite frankly, if he goes to Chicago, then the Bears fans should be rocking whatever he is. Stop the hate and accept him for who he is. So basically, he's saying he's a weirdo and we should accept him. Like, that's what I take out of it. Shaun, I just want to ask you, listen, I don't care. I don't bash anybody. I don't care what you are. That's you. I'm trying to figure out when did we start force feeding it? onto ourselves. That's what my point. Like we're forcing shit on people, and I'm like, no, I don't have to like it. Like I don't have to like it. You can, but me personally, I don't want the leader of my locker room to have that aura, I guess, or that backstory, I guess. That's just my take. I don't know.
There's a duality to this because people that haven't been in a football locker room don't understand that's the most organic space in America.
Most intimate setting, in my opinion.
Nobody gives a damn about anything you do, how you dress. All we care about is when we hit play on that damn film, that the job you're responsible for, you're doing it. And I don't have an issue with Caleb wearing that. I mean, would I do it? No. I do think the one thing Caleb's got to be careful of is it looks like he's seeking attention to some people. It looks like he's going out of his way to say, look at me. And also, I tell athletes this all the time. If you want to be spectacular off the field, then guess what? It's going to be a lot of pressure for you to be spectacular on the field as well.
I mean,
you can't be flamboyant and have all of this personality energy off it. They're going to expect that same level of production right from the beginning.
I got two things to say. First of all, number one, I stop comparing Dennis Rodman in these conversations. Stop it. It's not a good point, Jacob Bailey and Greg. Jacob, it's not a good point. Dennis Rodman is a sure ballot Hall of Fame defender, probably the best ever, and he could do whatever he wanted because on the court the next day, he locked your best player down. It didn't matter what he wore. This kid is putting a target on his back before he's even busted a grape. And this is the thing. This is why I go so hard at Prime and Dion. The target that they're putting on themselves at Shador and Colorado is my only issue because it's making it harder at the end of the day. If you do fail, I hope you don't fail. But if you do fail, you're allowing every hater in the world to just say, I told you so. Y'all talked all that talk. You wore that watch. You did this. You did that. Like, nah, this cat hasn't done nothing yet. Why would you put that? I just feel we've lost humility in sports. And that goes back to my take with Matt argument. I don't think these kids know who Deion Primetime Sanders is. They know who Coach Prime is now over the last few years, but they don't know Deion, Shaun. Like, I don't believe these kids have an investment in Deion Sanders. They have an investment in Coach Prime. They gave him a little money. He's popular now. He's on social media. I don't think they understand who Deion is. And that was my only point with Smitty and Matt I was making. Like, they understand who he is now. But they don't get who really.
I think what they miss with Deion and with Dennis Rodman, they earned the right to be flamboyant. Dennis Rodman never dressed like that when he played for the Pistons. He just was a hard-working guy that came off the bench, earned the starting spot, was going to go out there and do all the dirty work for years, get rebounds, make the hard fouls, play defense. And they actually say he had a really good offensive game, but he sacrificed because they had Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, all of those guys on offense. Primetime showed up in every game when it mattered the most, whether it was a punt return, whether it was an interception, whether it was a pass deflection. Like, he helped put Florida State on the map. Like, he earned the right to be there. When he got to the Falcons, he was prime time. I mean, so that's what I think some of these kids kind of are missing out. When Dennis Rodman became eclectic, it was an intentional ploy to create a brand that he could monetize.
That's how he got Carl's Jr. commercials.
Yes, like, it wasn't like it was look at me. And if I knew Caleb, I just would caution him that if you're going to take that approach, you have to be that dude from the beginning on the field.
And maybe he will be. We're talking as if and I say we, I'm including myself because I've been on your guys' side for the most part as well. Like, I think it's not the smart move to bring that pressure on you. But let me be devil's advocate. Caleb is a super confident guy. I've came out on the show and said during the combine, he came off almost a little too confident, a little too cocky. But maybe he's really like that. Like, maybe Caleb is really as good as the media is claiming he will be. And if that's the case, then if he goes in here and balls out, none of this shit will matter. We're only making comments because, let's be real, a lot of us don't think he's as good as the media has portrayed him, and we think he's just shooting himself in the foot by asking for all his attention, doing all this extra stuff off the field because we think that he's not going to be as great as the people are saying, and it's going to end up being backlash. But at the end of the day, if we're cool with Dennis Rodman doing it, we're cool with Primetime doing it, then at the end of the day, we should be cool with Caleb doing it. Yeah, they did it in a different order. You say Robin, came in humble and then got crazy. Coach Prime, let's be real. Prime from the jump said, if so-and-so would have drafted me, they would have to put me on layaway. Ask for so much money. That's before he set foot in the NFL. And we didn't have no problem with that. We thought it was funny as hell. So
you're missing his point. He already balled. What are you talking about?
No, time out. So no. I'm talking about NFL draft for Deion. What did Deion say? NFL draft before he played a snap in the NFL. He said if so-and-so would have drafted me, I would have so much money that they put me on layaway before he took any snap in the NFL. So yeah, he balled in college. But who else balled in college? Caleb Williams, who was a Heisman winner.
First of all, this guy
got to be consistent.
This guy was a professional athlete at 2 sports at the highest level.
We're speaking in hindsight right now.
It's not even a comparison.
No. Stop. No. We don't know what Caleb's going to become. So that's unfair. Let's go back to when Deion Sanders was in the NFL draft. We have no idea what's going to happen. He's in the NFL draft. He was already dressing flamboyant.
We already knew he was a 2-sport athlete.
We didn't know he was going to be Deion like this.
But we knew he was a 2-sport athlete, a professional one. He got drafted, Smitty. He got drafted in both.
Okay, Kyler Murray got drafted. Russell Wilson got drafted. Like all that, that doesn't mean anything. I'm saying we didn't know that they were going to be. He was going to be this great. My point. You're missing my point. We're saying Caleb Williams shouldn't do this right now because he hasn't quote unquote earned it. He hasn't played a snap yet. I'm saying when Deion did it before he played a snap, we didn't have any issue because we like Deion. Let's just call it what it is. Let's be real. As men. I'll speak for myself. I won't speak for y'all. I don't like necessarily the painted nails and all that shit. That's not for me.
That's not our era.
That's not our era. That is what it is. People don't want to say that because cancel culture. Everyone's nervous. All that. Let's just be real. We don't like that. If Caleb Williams was like dressing like Deion would with the shades on and chains, we probably wouldn't have no issue. Not really. Maybe a little bit, but not that major. It's the fact of what he's actually doing is why we're upset about it. We don't feel uncomfortable.
Let's be honest. I got to ask Shaun this because I think I think corners, wide receivers, those 2 position groups. First of all, I think Shaun can tell you that they're the biggest headaches on a roster. A number B, they're the most flamboyant prima donna group on the field. And we want the corner to be Deion in the league coming in the draft. We want that motherfucker. We want Sauce Gardner. We want that dude to be that guy, or he's not going to be very good in the league. Quarterback is I think, to be fair to Caleb, I think quarterback is what we're not really saying. I think quarterback's a different animal. Like, you're the face of the franchise for 20 years if you're the guy. If you're the Tom Brady, the Herbert, the Josh Allen, the Mahomes, you're the face of a franchise for 20 years. Let's just say it, right? 15, 20 years. I think it's just different. Corners are going to come and go. Wideouts are going to come and go. I just don't think quarterback, this is how I used to coach them. It's not in your job description. It is not in our job description to be a shitbird, to not be a leader, to not be first one there, last one to go. It's not in our job description to not know what everyone on the field's doing, what the locker room is doing. Hey, coach, man, we got a bunch of shitbirds in the locker room, man. They're doing some crazy shit. I mean, so you call it snitch if you want, but the quarterback is the GOAT or the hero at the end of the day. That's why he's the highest paid. That's why he's looked at different when he's shitty. They are the most, I guess, glaring. This is why I say they're the most glaring when you look at the guy coming out the draft. And when you do this, you put this on him, it just magnifies it, in my opinion. It's not a corner. I mean, this guy ain't a corner. This guy ain't not a wideout.
I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't do it. I think this Generation Z group is a little different. They grew up in a different America than a lot of us. All I would caution Caleb is this. Hey, when it's going good, smile. When it's going bad, you don't have to smile the same way. That's all I would caution him, because I'm afraid for him that when this thing doesn't go as planned, that how does he handle it? That's what I'm worried about him. Because he's never really been under real pressure. Like, if you're honest, they didn't win anything at USC.
Right.
I know he won a Heisman. Shit, my alma mater, Tulane, beat him in the Cotton Bowl. He won the Heisman. Then last year, they underwhelmed. They underachieved. This was the only issue I had with what Dion was talking about as far as who's getting drafted and not going. Dion, y'all 4-8. Y'all lost.
That's what I don't get.
Y'all lost 8 of y'all last 9 games. What the hell
what I
are you talking
don't
about
get.
the draft? Like,
Yeah.
should you be talking about making a bowl game? Like, everything Deion's doing in Colorado makes me feel like he won't be there after this year.
That's how I look at it too. I don't see humility, dog. You're the leader. That's why people aren't seeing the coaching side of it. They're seeing the flash and the Lil Wayne and everybody on the sideline. That lasted very quick. That didn't last very long, dog, when you start losing. And I'm just saying, like, America loves a winner. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how you can mandate it just because you're Deion Sanders. I get your Deion, but, like, you haven't done nothing as a head coach. You've lost 2 bowl games at the HBCU level when it mattered, and you haven't won anything here. You are holding on to your name, in my opinion. And I just how I look at it. I want to see we got to see it, right? Like that's where he's put this target on that he has to succeed. Like, or you're a failure to the black community, to everyone that called you a sellout leaving HBCU for Colorado, for a white boy city. Like, this is the shit that's going to hit. And I'm telling you, that's why I hate that he does it, because I like Deion. I'm like, dog, I talked to Deion. I'm like, dog, I just think you're putting a bad fucking target on your guys' chest.
He's always put the target on him or anything he's doing, though. So I don't think he cares. I think when you really when you believe, whether he ends up being good or not, I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. But when you believe you really are great, you don't mind the pressure of the target. Like you almost want it.
And when you know you're not gonna be somewhere a long time, you do just what Deion's doing. I'm just telling you. I think he went there for Shadur, Shiloh, and Travis to be able to get the biggest platform, get the biggest money grab. He's going to develop those. If you look at how he's recruited, it's to win now. It's not to be good 3 years from now and have like a real program.
No development. There's no program.
That can win championships. Like the turnover on that roster, it looks cute, but he ain't recruiting high school at all. Like people were up in arms about him not doing in-home visits. How many high school kids he signed in 2 classes? Like less than 10 in both classes combined. And that's when you do in-home. You don't do in-home visits with transfer kids. So, I mean, like, he's handling that, like, I'm out of here after this year anyway.
Well, it's also the landscape of college football right now, college sports, right? Where, like, I mean, these players are coming and going every single year anyway because of the transfer portal. So it's like, why am I going to try to focus on this long-term development of this guy who I can't even trust that he's going to be here next year, even if I do coach him up the right way?
Smitty, the big programs are still recruiting high school. The ones that are in the national title game every year, they're still signing 20-plus kids in that high school class.
All of them.
All of them. Georgia, Bama,
Oregon,
Michigan,
all of them.
They're still recruiting high school heavy.
Ohio State, Michigan, they're high school.
It's the mid-level power. It's the mid-level Power Fives.
These guys, for the most part, to Sean's point, at those programs, Smitty, those guys are there. Like, let's just say Alabama with Saban. Let's say Saban's still there. He's been there for 20 years. He was there because he had a program. He had a culture, had a program. He recruited high school, blah, 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 blah. These guys are trying to get out now for a reason, because it's a mercenary business and you're there for one and done. And Deion looks at it that same way, because we've heard him too many times mention or correlate kids to the coach. This is what it is now. He keeps saying it, and it's just like, shit's stacking up, meaning he's probably doing the same as the kids are doing. Pay to play, come in here, blow up. Like, I always say it, Sean, I've never heard that, come on over to the University of Colorado. No, come on over for Coach Prime. Like, I've never heard Colorado mentioned. I hate that shit, because it's like, that ain't you're not building no program. You hyping up Prime. But anyway, let me move on to this, Sean, since I have you. I started off the show talking about the flash plays that are exhibited in today's quarterback. There's something that I think really needs to be evaluated in this position, because I think the casual fan on Twitter and everyone else that sees these quarterbacks do these IG stories. Last year we saw AR5. This time we see Joe Milton yesterday do this crazy shit right here that we all, these casuals, fall in love with every year. When do you see that? Johnny Manziel put pads on, Sean, years ago at the combine. Everybody thought it was crazy. They did the beach workout. And this doesn't happen in a game. This is just showing off your talent. We know you're a talented dude, but this isn't what happens in the league. And I think we get so enamored by this shit in shorts and sweats. And I think 66 out of 68, I just saw a quarterback stat, the last 5 years that have been drafted have been bust. Like, that shit is crazy to me, and they still get enamored by the short and sweat 80-yard ball thrower. And I'm just like, dog, when are we – and I think you and I both know you allow it or coach it. Like, I used to see that shit at practice. I would motherfuck the quarterbacks and the coach. Like, is he going to do that in a game? So why are we practicing shit we're not going to do in a game? Like, I was that guy. And I'm like, because I know the position. But I don't know where you are with that. I just wanted to get your take because we see this every year by freaks of nature. Like, quarterback position is the most athletic we've ever seen.
First of all, I'm envious like a mofo.
Me too.
I mean, hell, what did he measure in? 6'4"? And he threw the ball 80 yards and did an immediate backflip.
40-inch vert.
Yeah, what he run? 4.4, 4.5 in the 40. So, I mean, I'm envious, from that vantage standpoint. But I'll say this. I recruited Joe Milton out of high school. He's from right outside Orlando. And he's been able to do that since he was in high school. My thing is he's never really developed into a consistent thrower of the football. So we'll see. I mean,
is he a Lakeland kid?
No, he's right outside Orlando. I forget the actual
Kathleen or Lakeland?
No, it's further past Lakeland. It's like on the Orlando side of the I-4. But you know what this will do? This will keep him in the league for an extra 4 or 5 years. As long as he stays clean. And so for that part, I'm happy. Hell, I wish I could throw the ball that far.
I mean,
it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. But you remember this? A lot of people forget this. Michael Bishop was on the roster with the Patriots.
JUCO.
Belichick used to bring Bishop in the game to throw the Hail Mary for Brady.
Yep.
If you go back and look at those links, anytime they needed a Hail Mary, they used to bring Bishop in because he had a bigger arm than Brady. So maybe, Joe could get a 10-year career being a Hail Mary guy.
Hey, there's I got some crazy Bishop stories. I became close with Mike. And Blinn JUCO guy, played Texas, goes to Tech. He transferred from Blinn and went to Independence JUCO in Kansas to play baseball.
Nice.
That's a crazy story. Nobody knows. And
how about this? He finished second in the Heisman to Ricky Williams in 1998.
Yep. Oh, that K-State team was good. I had two of my former Compton kids, a tight end and Joe Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Hall went to my high school. I coached him up right when he was leaving. I was a young coach. Joe Hall was there. My boy Marvin Simmons that I coached at Compton College played with his whole family. Went there. K-State. K-State was recruiting 35 JUCO kids a year during that time. Ron Prince was there. We're coaching backers. And he brought Marvin in and brought some other guys in before Ron left and took off. But, yeah, Bishop was a dude.
So, JB, how about this, Smitty? Tennessee did their pro day indoors. They only went outside for Milton to make those 3 throws.
That's when you know your arm is crazy.
Look at that shit. He reminds me of Cam Newton a little bit. His delivery, his windup, his body, his chest. Like, he's a big body. He's not Cam big. He's not 6'6", 260, but he's 6'4", 250 damn near and can do that.
Hey, that's a good compare. If you compare him to Cam Newton, he's going to have a good 5 years then, Andy.
Here's a difference. Here's a difference I have, and this is the point I'm making to the casual that don't see this way. Cam came in the league throwing the rock. If you watch his first 5 games, he broke all the rookie record. I think he threw for 330, 400, 350. Yeah. He was coming in throwing the rock. These kids now, I think, are coming in to try to be a guy that's off platform, sidearm, left hand, do some crazy I think they're getting trained that way by these 7-on-7 guys also because I see it, and they think they're going to go to the league and do it. And I just think we're setting them up for failure. Like, we got more freakish talent than we've ever seen at the position. But Shaun will tell you, there's athletes that play quarterback, and then there's quarterbacks who are athletic. And
if you go watch Joe Milton's bowl game last year, Tennessee played Clemson. He looks like a top 5 pick in the draft in that game. But then you go watch this game film from last year, and it's just so uneven. And then he doesn't really play with like a quarterback's mentality. Like a lot of chirping with the defensive guys, then he'll throw a ball in the dirt in the flat, then he'll, overthrow a deep ball. Like, it's never been able to consistently put it together. But if you are a Joe Milton fan, the tool that I would use to make your argument is the bowl game last year versus Clemson. I mean, he played tremendous for Tennessee.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, we've seen AR5 flashes, but then can he do that? Because
they're very similar.
About consistency, right?
They're very similar. But the thing with Joe Milton, he's not a runner.
Right.
He doesn't utilize, like, he did that backflip, but he doesn't utilize that athleticism in the game. You know, he's strictly a guy who sits back there and throws the ball. AR is capable of rushing for 1,000 yards in an NFL season. You know, and he uses it.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. I want to break down. I want to compare. I want to compare some Milton. I mean, I want to compare some Caleb and some Jaden. Jaden had his workout yesterday. If you're the Chicago Bears, I think he impressed every scout yesterday, and I think his pro day was night and day ahead and better than Caleb's. Like I said, I'd known his parents. He played for my good friend right here at Cajon High School here, right outside from my house. Saw him go to Arizona State. Everybody thought he'd be a bust at LSU. I said maybe he gets more talent around him, he'll even be better. That's what happened. I fear his size in the league because we've seen little guys get blasted, but I thought he threw the shit out of the ball yesterday in all the intermediate throws that I like to see as a quarterback guy, the deep out cut, the comeback, the post, curl, the go route. I mean, you better be able to throw a go route if you're in the NFL or going into the NFL. So I hate seeing the 9 ball. I just hate seeing it. It's all for show. I hate seeing the 9 ball in those type of things. I want to see the dig. I want to see a guy holding a bag and the quarter dropper and throw the ball off his fucking ear. That's what I would be having guys out there as bodies. I want to see those things, but we don't see it as much. What do you think about his pro day compared to Caleb? And if you're the Bears, are you taking Jaden first? I know you've been high on him.
Yeah, I would still have Justin Fields if I ran the Bears. I wouldn't be dealing with any of this, but
I agree.
Now, they have to take Caleb based on their actions this offseason, but I think Jaden's going to be a better player. I'll say this. He gets a bad rap for his size. He looked thicker.
He does.
Yesterday. He looked thicker than people give him credit for. He didn't look wiry and thin.
He does.
I watched all of it. They got some close-ups. Like, you can see the definition, in his quads, and he looks like he's really hit the weight room. Throws the ball effortlessly. He's more of a twitchy athlete than Caleb. Caleb's pro day was kind of methodical, like just.
I wasn't in his body though. Caleb looked fat.
Right, he looked a little right. Whereas Jaden was like you could see him like it was like Jaden can dance and Caleb can't. Like it had more twitchiness to it. So. The film backs up the pro day. I mean,
let me. Shaun, one more time. How was Caleb pro day compared to Jay's pro day?
Hey, let me ask you. I'm a white boy. I can't do it. Let me ask you. Hey, Bailey, show his elbow and Dr. Morse what he said. So he's got an issue that the NFL's looking at that I hope they don't blackball this kid. He's had this issue, by the way.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's real. He's had this. Dr. Jesse Morse, who comes on our show, basically he's dealing with what's called olecranon bursis. It's a right throwing elbow. I don't know if, Shaun, if you had it. I didn't have it that bad, but I used to have a little bit. It's kind of like Osgood Slaughter's on the knee. So go back, baby. That's what it kind of turns into. NFL guys will obviously look at it. It's inflammation, basically, but it really is hard to go away when you're throwing constantly, which he has to do. So I hope that's not an issue. He played with it. It doesn't affect anything that has to do with throwing the football, but Shaun, better than I do. The NFL,
put some ice on there.
They're nitpicky on this thing, Shaun. Is that going to affect them at all?
I hope it doesn't. I mean, it didn't affect them last year at LSU. It didn't affect him in this pro day, so
right.
I mean, the only thing it mandates, he probably got to wear long shirts when he goes on dates. I mean, you don't want the chick to be staring at that thing, when you take her to dinner. But other than that, he should be fine.
The girls might like that though. It's new generation. Everybody got their own fetish, Shaun. They might like that.
That's definitely what that would be if she likes it as a fetish, an extreme one.
Yeah, and if the other thing's not bigger than the elbow, you're fucked.
Well,
so anyway,
just use that elbow, JB. Good to go.
Hey, so let me ask you some. I got this deal here. Where is it at?
Can't find it. Make sure y'all pound that like button, y'all. Subscribe, and make sure y'all go to our Winnable. Bailey, drop the Winnable link in there so everybody in here can join our Winnable and see me and JB's picks, please.
I want to get your take on this RG3 thing. So he came in like like Warren Sapp came out right when he got dirt on Snyder, and he had a book coming out, and they shut that down. And the next thing you know, RG3 is on ESPN. He's on Monday Night Football. He's on College Game Day. This motherfucker goes everywhere, and cats are like, damn, he ain't ever done anything. Now they're trying to get rid of him. Wonder if his time has passed. They're trying to put Kelsey in replace of him already. Do you think his social media takes and antics have cost him?
This will be surprising for me because, I mean, I thought he was exactly what ESPN was looking for.
Me too.
Right? I mean, so this will be like something else had to happen if they're getting rid of RG3 because he's perfect for them. He generally has a very neutral opinion. He's definitely not heavily pro-black on topics. I don't know. This one would be surprising to me. Maybe this is sort of like the Ryan Clark thing, and this is leveraging because I think all these guys are in contract negotiations, and as you know, the networks are trying to lowball everybody now. They're trying to get
Disney.
So.
But Greg Olsen kind of got fucked over, I think, by Brady. Brady's coming in now with that $400 million deal. And Greg Olsen, to me, is the best call guy there is. And
God damn, I hope Brady's good. There's just nothing about him that makes me think he's going to be good
I know.
to call a football game. I hope I'm wrong.
The only thing I can say, the reason I say I can't knock him down because of what he's done is he's always figured a way to be great. Tampa, everywhere he's gone. So I think he's going to figure it out or at least approach it professionally as anyone would. I guess that's my take. I love Olsen. I coach his son. Kevin played for me. I know Greg well. I just seen him in Vegas. I'm like, dog, I hope you get back. He's like, I'm going to get it. I still have a gig, but he's like, I want to be that one. I want to be the one. I want to call the Super Bowl. I want to be the guy. Like everyone else wants to be the guy. But I think he is the guy when it comes to because his knowledge, he helps the novice fan understand what a protection is, what a coverage. Like the other cats that never played are up there talking, and it's like these cats want to know what's going on. And I think it started in the XFL. Transitioning to that, are you going to watch UFL this weekend? Saturday's first kickoff?
Yeah, I will because I know a lot of the guys coaching. So I'll support my guys like Anthony Beck and God, what's the receiver name from Jacksonville? I'm drawing a blank. But I know quite a few of the guys in that league. They're coaching, so yeah, I'll check it out. It's actually, I know they blended the two leagues, but it's not bad football.
The quarterback's shitty.
Yeah,
it's hard to watch quarterback play, but the DC
half of the ones with the big dogs are shitty. In the NFL, there's about 32 good ones.
A good friend of mine, Reggie Barlow, is the head coach for the DC.
Reggie Barlow. That's what I was thinking of.
You know Reggie, right?
Yeah, we played together in Tampa.
I thought so. He comes on the show. He's been on the show a few times before Smitty. He's a good dude, man. Good friend of mine. My one of my former assistant coaches at Indy. I got him the equipment job there with Reggie. In DC.
They lost in the championship last year, I think.
Yeah, and we had Bob Stoops on my show that I work on at Fox. He came on as a guest yesterday. Was talking about being excited. I think he won the championship last year. He's the head coach of the Renegades now this year.
Yep.
They took Vegas' team.
Yep.
Yeah. I know Nolan, Mike Nolan, I believe, is up in Michigan or whatever, and Wade Phillips is still doing it. Beck's a good dude, but Bruce Gregowski's the OC there. I know you know Bruce.
I'll have it on the TV. The volume will be on the NCAA tournament, but the UFL, it'll be on one of the TVs.
It'll be so you'll see it, you won't hear it. I got you.
Right.
I got you.
Yeah.
Would you two guys ever coach in the UFL if it made sense, opportunity-wise, or nah?
If it makes dollars, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Money talk.
I got really good friends on the St. Louis staff, like a bunch of them. Chris Claiborne, I've known forever, SC legend, linebacker. Leroy Glover is the D-line coach there. Bruce Gregowski, I've known forever. Gino, his brother's the O-line coach. I don't know who else. Oh, Donnie Abrams, Shaun, is the DC.
Okay,
Like,
yeah. I was with Donnie at IMG.
Yeah, there's like legit guys coaching in this league. I just hope they get a shot. And like I said, I've heard from people, Shaun, and I know you may have heard the same, that cats like that. Chris Claiborne was coaching college. Some of these other dudes, Gradkowski's been coaching college and the league, but they said I'd rather coach in the UFL than I would not even step foot at a Power 5 right now. They don't want nothing to do with it. They don't want nothing to do with college coaching right now.
That's what Stoops said. Bessie said yesterday in a nutshell. He said, I ain't got to deal with all that stuff. He said he basically in college football is in a really bad space right now. He said the UFL, you ain't got to worry about just a lot of little detail, like, going to class, just all the little shit you just got to worry about. You ain't got to worry about that at the pro level.
The only incentive to being in college football right now is the level of compensation. I mean, it's gotten so high. If you can get to the right program, I mean, you can make $500,000, $600,000 be the running back coach. Yeah. God forbid you're one of the coordinators. They got coordinators making $2 million. So
my old D coordinator at Ball State when I was still playing, Jay Bateman is the D coordinator of Texas A&M. Just got hired. He's making a lot of fucking money, and it's crazy seeing guys kind of climb. I played in the MAC. We know the MAC is a kind of a stepping stool to get to that next level. And now fast forward to see my D coordinator at A&M making millions. I'm like, damn.
Hey, Shaun, you got 2 minutes to watch a film?
Yeah, I got as long as you need, brother.
All right. Hey, let's go to the film room, Bailey, for my main man. Bam. There we go. Let's get to the film room. There we go.
Josh Allen.
You see it?
Yep.
All right, good. I can draw on it, and we can do it all. This DV Sport, only YouTube show in America allowed to show all 22 like this and not get a copyright, Shaun. We got big action here. I got every NFL film. There Shaun is. I want to break down Josh Allen. I want to get your real take on this for all the, not only Buffalo fans, but for just the NFL. Like, this guy is an over-talented dude that we haven't seen excel, get past the Mahomes factor or the Burrow factor and get to a Super Bowl. What is it going to take for this guy to get it? I think he's incredibly talented, of course, but I think he's incredibly undisciplined, not only with his feet, but with his eyes. And I just think back to fundamentals, like you said a couple weeks ago, at the end of the day, when shit fails, how do you react and how does your feet react to your arm and your eyes and et cetera, especially in the red zone as he leads the league in turnover. How is Josh Allen going to succeed at the next level? Get to the next level, sorry.
This is an interesting evaluation when you watch him because his gift is his curse. He's so talented that he has never had to rely on his fundamentals. But his lack of fundamentals seem to always rear their ugly head in the most inopportune moments. And there'll be a ball that he'll miss because he's on his back foot, falling away from the throw. There'll be a easy layup that he'll make, a difficult catch, because the front shoulder isn't aimed at the target. Like, just some little things that I see that show up. But his size, speed, skill combination, I mean, he's the most talented quarterback in the National Football League.
Mm-hmm.
Now break this down, Shaun, because it's a too high look, and that safety is my. I'm telling Josh to put my eyes on that damn safety, and he's backpedaling right now. So right now, I'm saying, okay, I'm throwing the ball over this skift right here, that is in yellow. The nickel safety or backer, whatever that not dime guy is. But I'm like, right there, I'm trying to. That's our read key. Once I know that safety's dropping with his feet. That ball needs to either be thrown now or never, right?
Right.
Like, is that ball even – to me, I want to see him take that.
Yeah, to me, the check down is the throw here. And if you go back, it's because of the initial alignment. So if you go back, they're in this tight formation, right? So
let me go to the end zone for you. There's it. Not a good look. Let me go back. Yep.
So it allows this nickel to kind of be in the – see, he's really covering two of them at one time.
Yeah,
right.
So once, to me, the read is once he gets depth, like right here, when you see him get depth, you got to check the ball down.
Right there. That's the read right there.
Right. Yeah. This is a force.
Yeah, it's a forced throw, and I think this is why that's who he is, right?
Yeah, especially because it looks like it's second down, and what are we looking at? Maybe 7-8 yards. So if you check this down, you get it into third.
The circle is the read key, and he's forcing it. Just take it. Take what they give you. Like, that'll come open later when this dude buzzes down on that guy.
Yeah, I agree.
I just don't get it.
I think this is a force.
Yeah. Let me go. Let's watch a couple more.
And in all fairness, like, you know, obviously we break down film, like even the all-time greats, I'm sure, have missed throws, made bad decisions.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna happen. You know?
To me, Smitty, so I can clarify, this is a ball that I think if you got 3rd and 12 with under a minute left in the game, that's your read.
Got you.
But in this situation, you know, 2nd down and manageable.
First quarter.
Yeah, I think you check this down 10 out of 10.
First quarter of the game, Smitty, I'm trying to now it's 3rd and 17. Now you know what it is. It's fucking draw screen.
Right screen, yeah.
Draw screen or throw it deep. And this is what happens. This is why I do not like what Buffalo does. And then they got to ad-lib, make plays.
It worked.
I mean, they're still cutting though.
I know. No, it was a horrible play, but I'm just saying. But that's what made Josh Allen so special, because even when you think it's a wrap, he still has a possibility to make fucking.
Yeah, he's the most.
Make something happen.
He's the most talented quarterback in the league.
He is.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I just don't like him in harm's way so often.
Yeah.
Like, that's my thing. Like, I think they put 90% of the offense on him. They don't run the ball. They don't have a plan. They have a plan to say, we're in the backyard, Josh Allen, make a fucking play. And see what I'm saying? Like, this guy takes punishment.
I love it though, man. I ain't gonna lie.
He's so fun to watch.
He's a football player. I always say Josh Allen's not a quarterback. He's a football player. And like, I think people know what I mean by that. Like, obviously he's a quarterback, but like, he's just a real tough guy. Like, he takes a lot of being, you right, JB, but knock on wood, I mean, the motherfucker stays pretty healthy though. Like, as much as he gets hit and stuff, he's out there on the field.
He does. And that's my thing though. Shaun will tell you this not for long is what the acronym stands for. This is not a sustainable approach though. If we're going to want to see this guy win Super Bowls, the bottom line is LeBron can only play for so long. I mean, it's just going to eventually hit you. And this guy's getting hit after hit after hit. And they run power read with him, Shaun. They run some college shit with this motherfucker. And like, it's like, damn.
I will say this. I love what they do in the red zone with the QB run game.
Me too.
It makes them almost, you can't defend it. I actually wish Kansas City would do more of it with Patrick.
Me too. Like this ball right here. Again, this is the read. This is everything. I see his eyes. We'll watch from the end zone. I'll see his eyes. I'll see his eyes. He's holding that safety. But like the corners drop down. I want to see this ball thrown. Fuck. My bad. I want to see this ball thrown, Shaun. Now here, right? I don't know if you can see it, but I want to see the ball thrown out here. Like, I want to see that right now because the corner has came down.
Let it play.
Yeah. The corner's tight. That's a ball. Again, spacing is shitty, and I think the route that's down on the bottom is shitty because he's not holding that corner enough. He should be, to me, getting to the sideline now. I want to see this. I want to see this guy right now go here, Shaun, to really dictate this corner right here so I can get space to throw that. And I just don't see the urgency by number one here.
Yeah, and I also think it's not a good route by number 2. He kind of rolls into it. I thought he should have stayed vertical for 2 more steps and really make the safety get in that back pedal. So this might have been, he was a little short and you know, based on what he was supposed to do. But I mean, that's a completion.
Yeah, and those are the balls that I separate, Shaun. And when we break down, when we really talk football and know the position like we do, this is a concussion ball. It's a late behind the ball. You can see this is an incomplete waiting to happen. If that dude don't make a hell of a catch, we see his head get rattled because the ball's late. These are avoidable things that you see greats do. The greats throw the ball.
You think that ball's late, or you think the route was early?
I think the ball should have been to the sideline about 2 more feet.
I got you.
Right there.
If I was coordinating, I'd like to see 86 get vertical for 2 more steps.
I agree with that. I want to see the ball. instead of that position, I want to see him running out of bounds as he catches it, though, right?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying on that one. But I don't like to see the head. I just see that's an incomplete. You know, we don't want to argue the bobble. We don't want to see that because it could be avoided by throwing that ball about 2 feet ahead of him. But that's just what I like. I like when he does this shit. Like, I just think that it's going to make him better because they're going to start sucking up because he's a runner. And if he starts checking it down, you're only going to get eyes in the box more with the safeties and the backers.
I don't know what the hell they were running in that bunch down there, but that was a shit show.
Yeah. Is Joe Brady there?
He's the OC.
Yeah, so he took over late last year, right, for Dorsey?
For Dorsey.
So I like what he did. At least he got the run game going with Cook, and I thought that they did better. And it took a little bit of onus off of Josh Allen. But here's that power read act. They're running truck read, actually, with the opposite tackle pulling. Shit I used to run, we used to call it flow. So the backside tackle is gone. They're reading the play side guy with the running back. So a lot of people don't know. Dan Orlovsky calls me about this because he don't know what the fuck he's talking about, and then he won't come on my show, so I'm telling him. But this right here, just so everybody knows, this tackle's pulling. We call it truck. It's a tackle pull play. They're reading this. They're reading the backside end that you would call it, but we're calling it the play side because you're getting flow with the back. So the back is actually coming here. So the quarterback is reading this guy in this yellow circle, but the tackle's running the opposite way for the quarterback to pull the football. So if the defensive end were to crash, they're going to give the football to the back. If the defensive end stays there, then Josh Allen's keeping it behind the tackle, which he should have done. Now they have an extra force player coming off the edge, so he's probably in the right situation here, but it's a bad read to me, and he just outruns the read key. But this is again some funky college shit that I ran forever, and you ran, Shaun. This is some shit that we like to run and we love it, but a lot of folks don't know what it is.
We ran a lot of this with Quentin Flowers in South Florida.
Yep, he was a dude too. Yeah, I love the play.
Sometimes where we got really good is sometimes we seal this in instead of reading them and just have 10 blocked down.
Just book them, yeah.
Yep.
He played that well. He has to keep his feet hot though.
He did. Yeah. He did, Smitty. That's why we teach the QB. Any doubt, give it.
Yep.
Any doubt, give it. That's just our rule. Any doubt, give it. So in that instance, he gave it because it was questioned.
Yeah.
The only thing I have is if you're flat-footed out there and that's our read key, then the Q should have kept it in that scenario because he's just not going to outrun the DN. So
yeah,
it's good shit. I like it, but this is what the league's turned into, Shaun. This is what college football has turned into. Dink and dunk. Patrick Mahomes, 50% of his balls are at or behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, it is what it is. College is the same way. Kurt Warner said it. You and I have said it. Like, we're not really seeing the quarterback being evaluated. Like Merrill Hodge said, we don't really get to see it. And then when you get to the NFL, you struggle because you don't get to throw the in-breaking routes and on time and to say everybody's faster. And so now we're running truck with the back going with the tackle. So this is another look, same look. Now we're reading the defensive end. Now Josh can pull it. So it's not a tendency. And the defense now is having to defend truck read with the Q, truck read full flow, and now truck read with the back, and the Q could pull it like zone read. So now you're seeing
really this is a pull by Josh. He should be
it should be a pull. And that's why I hate the lackluster effort. Like, this is not a handoff. This should be a mesh.
It's Josh. It doesn't look like he's really reading anything on this play though. Like he gives it up with even like look at his eyes. Like
if he pulls it, he scores.
They're not blocking the end, so it's got to be some kind of read.
Yeah, they're not blocking the end.
Right.
And Diggs is bubbling, so it's triple option.
Right. Interesting.
So
it just looked like just how quickly Josh handed it off. It didn't look like he's reading it.
And they're not blocking him, and he's the bubble key. So the
way
and that's two. That's the second read. So Josh has triple option ability.
Yeah, the way we installed this was the initial read is the end, and then the bubble screen we were reading the apex guy. If he crashed on the quarterback, he could kick it out.
We'll see it from here, Smitty. So the defensive end is not blocked. You got to, and he's full flow. That's an easy pull if we ride it and mesh it.
Right.
And Josh his eyes are down.
That's what I'm saying. No, I agree with you guys. I'm saying I think Josh had a decision from the jump. I'm handing it off regardless. Like, it didn't look like he was even like, look at his eyes. I don't see him looking at the end or anything.
I don't either. Either he screwed up, because here's the thing: you can't do two things. Cannot be true in this game, because the bottom line is, if you're not going to block somebody and you don't read them, you're going to have a disaster very shortly when that guy hits you in the mouth and there's a fumble. And so you got to either read them or block them. So there's got to be something, and you can tricky dick people all you want, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to plan out for that defensive end and that apex player out there on Diggs on the bubble. So here's where he struggles, Shaun. We'll end it with this. Here's where he struggles in the red zone, and I don't know if it's a combination of play calling, schematics, scouting report, him and his eyes and feet, just not being having the it factor down in the low red. What do you think it is with Josh Allen down here?
Well, I think this is a great job. I expect Nola and the Chiefs.
Everybody's covered on here. Look at this play.
Well, the initial thing, they get a reroute on everybody. The end reroutes the backer reroutes the tight end, the middle linebacker reroutes the crossing route. So, I mean, and I think what you see happen up front on this play is why teams have gone to more of a gimmick. You just can't pass protect. Like, these D linemen are so good. Like, look at Chris right there, beat 64 right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like, that's why teams go to so many of these gimmick plays, is they don't think the protection is going to hold up.
Right. And I'm glad we're breaking this down because, like, you know, a lot of times the casual fan, and we all, not even just casual fans, like, we put a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks because they are the leaders and they get paid the most, right? And we understand that. But when you really break it down to the nitty gritty, like you just alluded to, I mean, look at this pressure. As soon as he snaps the ball, Chris Jones is in his face. He has to either throw it out of bounds or try to make a play. And I mean, and I'm not a quarterback, so you guys tell me if I'm wrong, but to me, this was the best option on that particular play. I don't see anybody open. No one's in really pushing route.
I don't fault him at all. I'm just asking Shaun, like, what he is the worst red zone QB as far as QBR turnovers and touchdowns. So I'm asking why he struggles down here.
So here I thought he's got a delayed check down. So if you pause it there. Okay, so you've got, if you make like a little triangle up here on the B and the L, there are 4 Kansas City defenders for 2 Buffalo receivers, right?
Were you talking here?
No, up top. Start with the B and Bills, right?
Okay.
And the cornerback, the safety, the nickel, the back. There are 4. They got like a little diamond on those 2 receivers.
Yep.
So he should be off of that to the check
right
down now.
Right.
Yeah, he should be to the check down because the numbers aren't in his favor.
Ah, shit.
That's a good call. That makes sense, though. Yeah.
He was too late. He stayed on the vertical routes too late, right? He should be checked down right there.
Yeah.
And that guy should be able to catch that ball,
make a miss,
and score. Yeah.
Right.
Man, it's so impressive, man. Like how quick you quarterbacks have to register all this shit. This is crazy, though.
With the pass rush, Smitty. With the pass rush.
Yeah, with the pass rush, you have to read like everything Shaun just said. You have to notice and identify. Okay, there's 4-on-2. Boom, immediately go down, check down. You got to remember the routes. It's so much stuff the quarterback has to do that, man. Hats off to y'all, man. Because like, as a D lineman, we had see a little, see a lot.
I know, right?
Yeah, see ball, hit ball.
And I think if there's one thing that I would criticize him is he's so aggressive.
Yep.
That he's probably a tick late a lot of times on stuff.
Yep. That's the thing too. Like, and then he's throwing this across his body. Look at his feet. He's never. His feet need to get. His feet need to be at this target, not going away with his arm. Like,
so go back one more time to the beginning. So
you want the wide or tight?
No, right here. Just and I'll tell you when to stop it.
And JB, we got this meeting too, JB.
Stop it. So right now, it looks like the back is engaging 50, right? He's blocking him.
Yep.
But Josh knows it's a delayed check down.
Yep.
You already got a process that they got 4-on-2 behind it. So let it play. In his mind, once he slips it, he should be the 28 right there.
Right now.
Yeah, he should already have that ball to 28.
Right now. And he turns up and scores.
So if you look at his head and his eyes, and just watch Josh on this. He's a tick late getting to that. And to me, he's too good to be late in that situation.
Yeah. Bailey, take us out. We got that's Shaun King's quarterback kingdom right there.
I like that a lot. We got to do that a little bit more. I like learning, man, from the guys who really did it, man.
Yeah. That's why D-line ain't shit, Smitty. You don't do shit.
Nah, we do a lot too. If you get some D-line shit on here, I can start breaking that shit down too. And that's not as intricate as a quarterback, of course, but there's a lot of little details that the casual fan don't understand that, based upon alignment, certain things we see that give us keys about what's coming on the play. So
yeah,
we can do that too.
That's why we owned you guys when we play.
I hate quarterbacks. That's why being on here with y'all is uncomfortable.
Shaun and I would have fucking stiff armed the shit out of you.
I would have sacked both of y'all.
Shaun, appreciate you as always. We'll see you next week. Who you got today? Who you got in March Madness this weekend? Get into the Elite Eight and the Final Four.
Duke all the way, baby. Duke
all the way. I got Arizona. The shop.
I got Purdue. We all got different teams.
Arizona.
Yeah, we do. All right, fellas.
All right, Shaun. Appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all, man, tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure you tune in and subscribe to our free, for right now, Winnable account. And I'm gonna put some plays in there today. JB's gonna do the same. We got a big time meeting coming up. Literally right now, we're already late. And $1 million meeting. So hey man, we love y'all. Y'all have a great day. See you in the Discord. JB, I'm out.
Get pressed so fast you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown.